Welcome back, my lovely Hogwarts crew, my newly sorted and freshly eager first years. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, picking up with no delay from where we last left off, everyone got sorted. You got your equipment, you got your houses, you met a few friends, you met a few wonderful people, and currently you are all sitting in front of a veritable feast in front of you as the magical sorting ceremony has officially ended, and now the feast of the new year is officially in front of you. So let's do it this way. Let's have a little uh house initiative check. So all my Ravenclaws, go ahead and roll initiative, and all of my Gryffindors, please roll initiative. We're gonna see which house's table do we start at.
Give me one moment. I'm trying to find the initiative again.
No worries.
Here it is. 7. Wait. Okay. Okay,
So
there's
my stuff right as well.
in terms of furnace, in the rolling, I got a 5, but apparently the bot gave me a -2 and made it positive, which is a 7. It made it 7, but in
Double
reality,
negative means a positive. Yeah, that's
yeah,
I don't know
in
why
reality
it's
it's
doing
a
that.
3. In reality, it's a 3.
I got a 16.
Okay, so 16 is the number to beat. Who's beating a 16?
I got a 10.
Okay. So Willow of Gryffindor, if I remember correctly.
That is indeed my house.
Yes. So we will start at Gryffindors. Give me a second. Yep. So let's see. It's you and
Darcy,
Oscar,
Logan,
I think.
Nate,
Just
Sadie, Sally,
get
and
my notes
Sally.
right. Apologize.
No, you're good.
But let's see. Yeah, it's you and Oscar, my two Gryffindors. All right. Perfect. Willow and Oscar, you two are at your table, and the feast immediately begins. And as you begin to dig in, you notice immediately two girls that with kind of this brown hair. One's longer than the other. One's kind of pulled back. The two sisters kind of begin snickering at each other and start stealing food off each other's plates. And as they do, you see kind of more magically appears, but they don't necessarily seem to notice that as they are kind of messing with each other and stealing each other's food. And let's see. Yeah. Willow, you naturally see next to you. You see a kind of a young boy with black hair kind of look up to you and just kind of give you a smile, like, "Oh, you're tall there. I'm Logan. It's good to meet you." And you meet. Let me get this up. Yeah, but the boy kind of looks up to you and gives you a nice smile.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm pretty up there. I eat all my vegetables.
You
Grow
see,
the biggest and strongest.
you see him kind of just kind of look in amazement and it's just kind of curious. How much you think you can bench?
How much? Oh, right, like we lift weights. I don't think I ever counted. I can lift my friend Tobias like up on my shoulders though. No, he's like really skinny.
You see him kind of look amazed.
I can
And
probably lift you up. You're pretty small.
you see his eyes kind of light up and kind of he looks around and he's like, without your wand?
Well, yeah. Come here, and she like just picks him up, like Nasavenia's him in the air.
Strength check,
Okay,
please.
I'm gonna try. I will try. All right, is athletics or just straight? Well, never mind. It's the same thing. So I'll try athletics.
Yep. Yeah. Athletics if you're proficient. Otherwise, just a straight up strength check.
10.
10. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you like go to pick him up and like it's not exactly the prettiest, but like you get him off the ground. Like he's not exactly a big kid. So like he's off the ground, but like you're not like just strict
Yeah, I
pressing
get
him
you.
overhead.
So I lift him up like you would a toddler.
And you
I set him back down.
let's see. You see that as you're kind of throwing around Logan, one of the girls with almost like stark like white features kind of looks to you and kind of looks a little amazed, and she's like, "Oh, are you going to be on the Quidditch team? We could use your strength." And
The what team?
this I do love a good game, and always I apologize. I'm already looking to recruit.
I don't know what team you mean. The what team?
Do you not know what Quidditch is?
No.
And you see her kind of almost excitedly try like get like a drumstick and like start like setting up food on the table and starts to like begin explaining it. And let's see. Asuka, as you are sitting there, what's that?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say you have a girl with kind of this long brown hair look up to you and kind of looks at you like, I thought I saw you earlier buying some fireworks. Did I see that correctly?
You did see it correctly, actually. I have.
As you see Sally, and she kind of looks, she's like, you planning something special, were you?
Do I hear interest in your voice?
She kind of gives a smirk. Says, well, I do love a bit of fun. And I don't know, it could be fun to see who my competition is and who would be down for joining and collaborating.
A competition now. Oh, this just got interesting. So, all right, let me put it this way. If you're actually serious, how about we do it right here, right now?
She kind of gives a grin. And you see, as she's doing this, you see the girl next to her, the one she's stealing food from. You see her kind of just hit her in the thighs like, Sally, please, not now. And you see Sally kind of just shove her off as Sam is pleading, but doesn't necessarily look like it's taking hold. She's like, well, what do you have in mind?
Oh, let me actually get into my. Let me actually bring something out. You know what? I know it's the second session, but where is it? Like, give me 1 second. So actually, I'm gonna bring my notes out because I want to see how many I have. So, oh, perfect. So, from my pouch, like my bag, like I bring out the 2RC stink bombs, the RC car stink bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I just bring one and say, "This will make this dinner unforgettable."
Oh God.
you see her kind of give like a sly look, and go ahead and I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay, I think Dex is one of my. No, it isn't. All right, shit. Let's see how this goes. Well, again, it's not 18, it's 14. Because
14?
okay. Yeah, it's giving like a double minus, so it's actually 14.
Okay, so it says you rolled a 16, and what's your dexterity modifier?
It's -2.
-2. Okay, so 14. Okay. Yeah, that is weird. We can deal with that later. Okay, so 14. So you take out this stink bomb and start coming up with the devious ways that you can kind of ruin this feast. And before you can even get something out of your, like, think of something, you see like there's like this little like drawstring that kind of activates it. You see Sally immediately reaches over and pulls it
Oh
while
no.
you're still
Oh
holding it.
no! Oh no!
And right as you like kind of it's almost like in tandem. Like it's a pretty good dex roll. You're going to like get it away, but she's just quick enough to get that string. And she looks over. It's like, oh, one of the fish just already farted. Ugh. And just starts pointing at you. It's like, oh, this is something you ate. Are we all gonna get that sick?
Oh, you big, you brat.
You almost- So like Willow's like doing so the Brussels sprout hits the chicken leg and then lands in like you're trying to get it in the mashed potato ring, but then this other guy's trying to find the magic pea, and then she says like, ah.
I'm just gonna look over at Sally with that glare like I've never done before and say, "You've just declared war. I'll get retribution for this."
You see her
will
kind of plug her
see."
nose with a like grin. She's like, I don't go to war with the stinkies.
Okay, I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write that down. Where are my notes? Here they are.
Did I hear any of that? Or am I too absorbed in the
Oh yeah,
explanation
everyone.
footage?
Yeah, all the Gryffindors are at the same table together, so you absolutely are here to hear it as well.
So do I pick up on that like Sally fucked with my friend?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, you're pretty enthralled by this.
Okay.
So let's get a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Perception. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah. You absolutely catch that, and yeah, you see her. You see her pull it, and the stink that ensues.
So Willow's just watching the side, and he's like the seating positioning. Am I behind? Like, is Sally between me and Asuka?
I'd say you and Asuka are fairly close together.
Mm-hmm.
Since naturally you two know each other, so you sat close together. So I'd say you're either next to Asuka or like pretty close by. You're on the same side of the.
I'm trying to like signal at Asuka, like, should I get her? Like, you good? You want me to help you?
I'm gonna look at Willow, just basically saying like later.
Okay.
The revenge is best served cold.
Later, and then she kind of gives like a quick thumbs up, and then goes back to like, okay, so remind me what the Brussels sprout does again.
I was looking at Sally like just like, you got me good, but just expect retribution. Justice will be served.
that's when across the table, Oscar, you see a boy with these pretty large glasses kind of hands you a almost looks like a little like flower rosebud,
Oh.
and just says yeah, rub this on you. Trust me, I've gotten into a stink or two, and seems it does do the trick. As you see sweet little Nate.
Okay, just for the sake of it, can I tell if he's just making fun of me or not?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
That is a good question.
I'll say at disadvantage because you're a little pissed. You're not really seeing straight right now.
Yeah, that
You're
makes
pretty
sense.
mad.
You said you told me insight?
Yes, insight at
Insight
disadvantage.
disadvantage. I got a 12.
12. Yeah, good roll. And he's pretty easy to read. Yeah, he's just, small little kid offering you something to help make you smell better.
Aww. Well, I'm gonna take that and just give a big smile to Nate, saying, thank you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely appreciate it, and just do what he tells me to do with a flower. Don't
Yeah.
try and just take the smell from it.
Yep. Take it. Give it a squeeze or two. Let it activate. Then, just kind of wave it around.
I really appreciate it, Nate. I mean, whoever you are. My name's Oscar.
You can remember his name from when they called him up to the hat. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Nate Matthews.
Name's Oscar Papachico. Nice to meet you.
Let me know if you'd like that design. I made it myself.
Oh, it smells really good.
And with our Gryffindors introduced, let's go ahead and have some Ravenclaw fun. All right. So our Ravenclaws, Elsie and Aurenzio. Let's see. Elsie, you look over and it's kind of an odd scene at the Ravenclaw table, as you see everyone is like, it's a mad dash for food at all the other houses. They're kind of all animated and just kind of reaching over each other, spilling stuff on each other, magically cleaning up. Ravenclaws, it's pretty subdued. So you kind of gently, people are, going to grab food, and Elsie, you go to grab you go to grab a biscuit, and a rather large hand kind of stops you, and you see, or like you kind of do that thing where you reach and hit each other's hands, as you see not so little Billy Blythe, as you just see her kind of go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt you?"
When you say not so little, she's our age, right?
Right, but almost think like Willow size. Like she's
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's like
we're
Willow,
similar
but
in
like
height.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll say, no, you're fine. You didn't hurt me, and pass her the biscuit.
She takes this. Well, thank you. My name's Billy. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. I'm Elsie.
She kind of looks over. So, what are you planning on studying?
Oh, I'm excited to study everything, but I'm very excited to learn about divination. How about you?
Oh, I just like the creatures. I want to be outside with them. It seems like fun.
Yeah, that is fun. I brought a cat with me. I'll have to introduce you later.
You see her eyes light up when you say cat, and she kind of just like excitedly kind of just starts to rip apart the biscuit. It's like, oh, I do love cats.
I think I would start like kind of word vomit telling her about my cat Maroon. I also was hoping, am I sitting near Drusilla?
Yeah, I mean everyone's like within like the same space. Like you're think of it like a lunch table and you're all sitting at the same table.
Okay. Well, I would like to turn to her and say, "Excuse me, Drusilla, right? Did I hear the sorting hat almost start to say Slytherin when you were being sorted?"
You see her kind of she's like in the middle of taking like a bite and just kind of stops and puts the spoon down and looks at you. She's like, "Yes."
And I'm going to ask her, I'm going to say, "Did you have family who was in Slytherin? Because all of my family before me was in Slytherin. And I was wondering if we might be in the same situation. I was so stunned to be sorted Ravenclaw."
You see her look. No, do not have family that's in Slytherin. I don't know what that hat thinks. I mean, if I were to ask every robe, every shoe, every hat what they thought and where I should go, I'd never go anywhere. The only thing they'd say is maybe go away. So I could care less what the hat thinks about where I should sit, what colors I should wear.
So you're not happy to be in Ravenclaw?
Oh, I'm delighted. I don't mind Ravenclaw at all. Just don't care what some hat thinks about it.
Okay.
You as you mentioned that, you see sorry, I forgot to pull up the picture, but yeah, that was Drusilla. So we can associate a little. But you do see someone else kind of look up a little curious as you mention they start going into Slytherin. And let me see, where is there? You see you see a girl with this kind of blonde hair and kind of just has like a kind of little like plucky face and just kind of looks at you. It's like, "You say you're from Slytherin, are you? You got a whole family. Does that mean you're evil?" As
Well,
Saoirse kind of just looks over.
I think I would sort of smile and maybe even laugh, like chuckle a little and say, "Well, I'm not in Slytherin, obviously. I'm in Ravenclaw, but I was totally expecting to be there because the Scarlets have been in Slytherin for many, many years. But I wouldn't say we're evil. In fact, my mom is an Auror. We famously fight the dark arts."
You see her kind of without like a missing beat, just like, "My mom said that's a load of shite. Not everyone that ends up in Slytherin is no good. Steer clear of them."
I think Elsie would for a moment pause and be taken aback, but then say, "All right then. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't end up in Slytherin. So hopefully we can still be friends."
Go ahead. Make a quick insight check if you
Okay.
would be so kind.
Um, let's see. Insight. 14.
14. Let's see. Yeah, so you look over and see her do that, and I'd say with 14, you hear her say these things about like good and evil, but like you kind of get the sense that like she's just kind of regurgitating shit that like she's just randomly heard, you know?
Oh, okay.
Like she's just like blurting something out just to say something.
Okay.
And sorry, were you gonna?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure if you were going to say more. I think
No.
if she's just blurting stuff, I would just sort of try to change the topic and just chat with the people at the table and roll with it. I actually was wondering, this is like sort of jumping, but from where I am at the table, I was wondering if I could investigate the girl with the like dead eyes who was up there for like 5 minutes getting sorted, either insight or investigate, and see if I could. I think her name was Taylor. She was in Slytherin. I wanted to see
Oh,
if
okay.
I wanted to see if I could like observe anything about her or see if she still looks like dead-eyed and funky.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check just to kind of spot her. It's a
Okay.
kind of madhouse with everything going on.
Oh, that's a 7.
7. Yeah, you see the Slytherin and like you can like you catch glimpses of her, but like with all the heads moving around, like it's hard to just like really focus in on her for long periods of time.
Okay. Thank you.
And you speaking of the Ravenclaws, Arenzio, as you kind of sit down to eat, you are next to a kind of darker skinned little boy, and you see him kind of turn to you and uh kind of looks you over. It's like, you are you good at casting magic?
I
What
wouldn't
about
say
you?
I'm.
You must be, as you're right, you're in the house of the smart people. You must be really good at magic.
To be honest, I'm still new to this whole magic thing. Maybe potions, yes, but not magic yet.
You see him kind of tilt his head a little. It's like, oh, you do potions.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one?
Ooh. I guess my favorite one would have to be the one that you can heal yourself. That's extremely useful.
And he kind of looks curious, like, do you have one on you?
Sadly, I don't. I used it already on myself.
Hmm. Well, okay. I'd like to see it sometime.
Oh, trust me, I'll be making a lot of them. I get hurt too often.
Yeah. Okay. And Renzio, why don't you make me a quick perception check while you're at the table as well?
Perception check. $17.
17, strong roll. So you look over and you kind of take in everything, see what's going on, and you notice a few seats down, one of the kids, he's got kind of a larger afro, is doesn't necessarily seem to be eating his food as much as he is kind of playing with it and like kind of mashing it up, and almost seems to be like just spreading it around rather than eating.
Oh. So
Not Darcy.
wait, am I like near him?
Yeah, he's like, everyone's in the same area, like all the Ravenclaws.
Okay.
You see Brett there, kind of messing with his food a little. And let's see. Looks like that's about all of our Ravenclaws.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah. So let's throw it back to our Gryffindors. We'll say, as now that everyone's kind of settled into their table, like Elsie said, there was some from Slytherin that she was wanting to check out. But as kind of everyone gets done their first course and everyone is kind of, had their initial plates, you see that some of the upperclassmen are starting to mix and mingle, head to each other's tables. Like, it's very much becoming mingled together as everyone is just kind of taking in the feast, not just staying in their house, but they're exploring a little. So I know Elsie wants to go talk to one of the Slytherins. Was there anyone during the sorting ceremony that maybe you saw that you wanted to maybe catch a few words with, or anyone that you met in Diagon Alley that you want to go see again?
Yes. In
Yes.
my case, I think we're gonna say the same thing.
Okay.
Do we
Maybe.
want to go look for?
Bryn?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was like, aw, she's not in our house. That
Yeah,
sucks.
she's not in our house looking for her. I'm not gonna
Let's
talk
go,
to
let's go
Ren.
say hi.
Let's go
Okay.
say hi.
All right, perfect. So our Gryffindors are gonna go see Rin. And let's see, Elsie, you wanted to go over to Slytherin to kind of see some people. Arenzio, did anyone kind of stick out for you? You want to go say hi to anyone, or is there anything you want to do now that the tables are kind of beginning to mingle a little and meet each other?
I want to ask, did I see during the Griffin during their pranking process? Did I witness that?
Witness the sorry, what was that? Did you
The
say?
whole
You
like
witnessed?
stink bomb thing.
Yeah.
I thought you said sorting. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say go ahead and make a perception check.
That means not everybody smelled it. Yes.
Yeah.
23.
Fuck.
A dirty
Nat
20, I mean.
There you go.
I think everyone in Gryffindor knows you as the stinky first year, though.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me,
So-
they're gonna know me as something else.
So I'll say this with the Nat 20, you obviously you weren't there next to him to see everything happen. You didn't see the buildup. All you do is you look over and you first smell the stink bomb go off. And then you look over and you see Asuka just glaring down at Sally. So putting two and two together, you know that some trickery has happened and you know the party's involved.
So I'm gonna keep that into like a note then, and do I see them going towards Sally? Oh no, not Sally. I mean
Bryn.
Ren.
Yeah, you see him go. Yeah, especially with that Nat 20. Yeah, you see, you have eyes in the sky and see everything right now. You know where the professors are going.
So I'm pretty much just gonna go meet up with them and just come up with a couple ideas that I'm gonna like share on a later time with them. It might be too much at the beginning though.
Okay, so you three are going to go hang out with Rin at the Hufflepuffs. And Elsie, did you want to go over and try and find the girl that you were talking about before?
Yes, but if possible, I don't actually want to like walk right up to her and talk to her. I just want to like look from afar.
Okay. Sure. So let's go ahead and we'll start with everyone going over to Hufflepuff. So immediately in Hufflepuff, you see it's actually kind of funny because as all the food kind of magically comes and everyone's taking it, you see especially all three of you, it's not hard to see, but you see stuff on their table that was not on your table. Like there are some like pretty fancy foods. Like it's like kind of it's a different feast over at Hufflepuff. And you look down the row and you can now see why it's so different as you see the upperclassmen kind of take out these homemade kind of spices, a whole lot of different sides that they brought, and like it actually, yeah, if you want to make a perception, investigation, or insight check. I'll leave it up to you
Ooh.
what check you'd like to
Perception,
make.
investigation.
Going over to
investigation,
Hufflepuff.
or insight? I'm gonna say
Yeah.
investigation.
I'm gonna say.
I want to know the source of this
perception.
delicious meal. I got a
Okay.
12.
21. Yeah, boy.
Hey.
My first good roll.
There you go. Let's see. And Orenzio, that goes to you too if you want to make one of those rolls. I'm sorry, you just joined back in. You don't know what the hell's happening. I'm sorry. So you go over to the Hufflepuff and they have a feast that you are not having. Like this is, a whole different smorgasbord of food. So if you want to make perception, investigation, or possibly insight check, I'll tell you what you find out on that roll.
Investigation or perception?
Yep.
Yeah, Willow's just looking around
Investigation.
like, whoa, this looks so good. And she's going to probably take bits and taste them as she walks by.
Yeah. So on a perception check, Asuka, you see that you see where the food is coming from. So now you see that the upperclassmen have you see that there's these ghosts that seem to pop up through the floor and apparate and bring up these trays through the floor. And they are absolutely getting a different feast. And Orenzio with an 18, your investigation, you're able to see that it seems like each upperclassman is eating their own food. Like they're passing some down, but it's almost like they have cooked their own food and now they are kind of letting everyone taste their own food. Almost like it's a Hufflepuff tradition to bake something yourself and give it out to everyone.
Neat.
But as you three come over, you immediately see Rin kind of like happily pat the table. It's like, my friends, good to see you.
Yay! Sorry, it's like you're not
Oh,
living
right.
in our house with us, but that kind of sucks. But it's like, is these guys being nice to you? If they're not being nice to you,
I'm gonna.
let me know. Okay.
I'm just gonna run it over and hug her. Yeah, I see you again.
She hugs you too. Oh, good to see you. Oh, it's so great. Everyone here's so nice.
Okay,
I
that's
love
good.
it.
I would have been mad if they weren't nice to you because you're very nice.
Yeah,
Come,
they better be
come.
nice.
Come try this. And you see her go over and the one that was sorted, that was oh no, sorry, that was someone else. But you see Rin take you over to a blonde haired girl who has kind of already ditched her robes and has like these rolled up sleeves and is like kind of really getting, you see like everyone's passing out the food, but like she has like a bite of everything and is getting ready to just devour everything. As you see Macy there kind of look up as Rin kind of comes over. She's like, Rin, or sorry, Macy, these are the ones I tell you about before. They're so nice. We see them a lot. And Macy kind of smiles. And as she smiles, like a little bit of mashed potatoes come out, like a little stuffing as well, as her face is just stuffed. And she kind of just gives a wave.
Willow will wave back and
I'm gonna bow. Oscar Pacuchico, witch extraordinaire at your service.
You hear, Macy! It's like this food just kind of gets splattered everywhere.
Mouth closed, get him.
And she looks to you, Orenzio, and Rin kind of.
Oh, Renzio, when'd you get here? Sorry, I didn't see you before. I'm a little up here, and you're kind of down there,
And you're muted if you are talking to Renzios.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I've done that way too many times.
I pretty much just like I wave a hi at her and and say hi to her, just awkwardly.
Yeah, and Rin kind of grabs you and it's like, "Oh, come, you have to try this. Try this. Tell me how you like this." And she picks up a fork of this seafood and kind of cups it. It's like, "You try? You try?"
I pretty much just let her force feed me at that point. It's a situation I've never been into, so like I just let it happen.
And you get like it's just a really good depending on your kind of, how much seafood you've had before. It's a very good, like well cooked seafood. It's got like a strange spice to it, like a strange seasoning that is something you've never had before, but like it's not something they accidentally threw together. Like this is a dish.
Then I'm just chewing it, like making it like the kind of noise, like analyzing it to her, making it look like I'm analyzing it. And I'm just gonna swallow and just say, okay, it's good. But I had better.
Oh,
You you immediately, as you say you've had better,
When
you
for classes, did
see
you just piss off?
yeah, it's almost like the record stopped and everyone just looks.
I, pretty much when that happens, I pretty much like I looked at her and I said, "Oh, my mama could make better ones." Like I miss that cooking.
I miss my grandmama's cooking too. I was like, the food is magic here, so you can't even cook here. Like she taught me how to make her like super spicy chicken, but now it's like if the food's just magic, we can't really cook anywhere.
I'm just waiting for a return comment to get the lawyer going.
And as you say, like, oh, my mom made better. You see this boy with a blonde hair, like pretty close cut, kind of just says out loud, it's just like, your mother makes seafood too. Does she make a good seafood stew? As you look over, you notice he's not exactly looking at you, but is kind of just like talking out loud in your general, like he's not making eye contact, but he's just kind of like his head's looking in that direction, but like not necessarily looking at you. As you see Nolan.
Do I like immediately know that he's the blind one?
I think I was the only one last session who figured out he was blind because of my perception check.
I
might
think
be remembering wrong. I will say.
Oh
I know,
yeah, you were
I
the.
figured out, but I can't remember if I was the only. I'm pretty sure I was the only one.
I wrote
Was
in
it-
my
oh, he's
notes when you had sorted him, you told us all he was blind, but I don't know if that was
Right.
meant to be like canon information. Like, I don't know if you were just telling us or if all our characters were supposed to see that, because I think you said like Professor McGonagall had to help him sit on the stool.
Right. So before that, there was a check, and I don't think anyone necessarily got it. But when he was being led up, everyone kind of put two and two together, like, oh, he doesn't know where he's going. Like he's probably blind.
So so I know that he's blind.
Yeah, I'd say everyone at this point has put two and two together.
Mhm.
Okay. Pretty much just face towards him and saying like, yeah, she makes a great hot pot and a different kind of dish that I have no idea how to describe, but I know for a fact I'm in a coma for a couple of days after eating it.
You see him kind of just smile. It's like, you will try and bring me some, yes? I do.
I'm gonna need you to sign the waiver before you eat it, though.
Wait, why?
I pretty much just I look at my lawyer and pretty say my lawyer here can write up a contract saying that you are willingly eating this food.
I am. You want a contract?
So wait, she's your lawyer again? I thought you fired her.
I pretty much just say my cheapskate of a lawyer right here can help you.
Cheapskate of a lawyer. Whatever. It's still a lawyer. I will tomorrow have a contract for you with whatever you need. Just send me the details.
They've been doing this since the train, she says to them.
There's a moment where Nolan kind of stops and kind of just holds his hands up. He's like, well, I guess I'd say show me where to sign, but as like
actually, I start rummaging through my bag. Would you give me 10 minutes?
Okay.
You
Need a hand for
see,
that, man?
as he makes that joke, you see one of the it's almost hard to see him even behind Nolan, pretty small little guy, as you see him kind of clasp his shoulder together. It's like, I don't mind the jokester here. He's plenty funny, but you gotta laugh with him. You know what I'm saying? But looks like we got some new folks. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Oh, is that aren't you
As you see
Morgan?
Morgan, as he goes up to each one of you and kind of put it there. Name's Morgan Cook.
My hand probably entirely covers his.
It's like, oh, let me just get a finger there. I'm a little too big.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm sure you get, the opposite a lot.
It's like, well, you got to work with what you got, and I got a whole lot, even a little package.
Yeah. I like
I'm
it.
like,
You're good.
I'm
I like
liking the charisma.
Kind of looks like, so we got 2 Gryffindors and a Ravenclaw. All right, already coming over to the Hufflepuff, the party place to be. Am I right?
Yeah.
No,
Rin's cool, so we came to visit. You guys
Yeah.
better be nice to her.
He's
I
like,
agree with that.
she's one cool cat. I already love her. She's great.
here's
And-
the thing. I got a question.
I was like, my
Well,
friend
that-
Elsie has a cat.
Shoot,
I'm
my
new
main
here.
man. Or my main gal.
So, what is like the main things about different houses? Like, what does one house make from another? Because I don't know why there's 4 houses.
Well, it's like
First time in
one's
Howard,
like the
by the way.
lion house. Not everyone could fit in one house. That's like
No,
too
no,
many people. So you put them in 4 different
I get
ones. There's
that,
like
but why is one a lion, another a badger, another a what is it, a raven, and another a snake?
wasn't it like
It's
just
just-
like how you do it in school where it's like, oh, the Purple Panthers are on this team, and like it's
There's
just
always
made
a
up.
reason why, and I want to know why. Why the different animals? I just want to make sure that I have not read Howard's history, which I do
Yeah.
need to read. But it's just a good.
Oh, we were supposed to read that
We're
book.
supposed to
I
read
just
that?
got
As-
it.
As you're kind of asking this question, it's not Morgan that kind of looks at you, but you see behind you one of the Ravenclaw girls stands up and just like, I can tell you precisely of all the different headmisses, the symbology that they all represent, and even some of the notable members of them. As Janice kind of stands up and
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
sure.
okay, go for it. You can go.
yeah. And as she goes through the whole litany of every house and class, we will transfer back over to Elsie as you kind of make your way over to the Slytherin table, but kind of immediately get intercepted by the red hair that you have already met in Gemma, as she kind of comes up to you
Oh, I was waiting for that to happen.
and kind of takes your hand, like almost like caringly. She's like, oh darling, I've heard already. I cannot believe that this happened and what you must be going through. You yeah, and even without a check, you can tell that this is like kind of sincere, but more so in a gossipy way.
I think I'm just gonna say, yeah, it's crazy. I am honestly shocked. I was looking forward to getting to know the Slytherins. Have you had a chance to meet that girl Taylor yet?
And she looks up and is like, I've met her, but I don't recognize that family name. And to be honest, so droll. But you must make do. But I'm more interested, I must say, with you, my dear friend, because this is going to be quite the gossip, and I'm oh so tickled to see what's going to happen next.
I think I would say, yeah, I don't even know what my family is going to say when I tell them, but I'll keep you posted, and I'm sure I'll see you at their next party.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure if this is to get out, and once your family knows about this, you may find yourself in bad graces and might even be disdained, but I could be persuaded to maybe keep you in the know. Maybe let you know what's going on there if it so sways. If you maybe help me out every once in a while.
I think if she had her hands on my hands, I would like sort of like go for like a pinky promise moment and be like, all right, I will keep you appraised of what I know and you tell me what you know and we can help each other out.
She kind of gives a little smirk. Oh, wonderful, dear. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, come, let's have you sit with some actual company and pretend that silly hat never said anything, shall we? As she takes you to sit down with the rest of the Slytherins.
Okay. Let's see. I don't remember who they are. 1 second.
Yep.
Let's
If you want, you do sit down and you are sat right across from Taylor.
Okay. So just at a glance, I mean, I guess I'll just say like, hi, Taylor, right?
You see her just kind of like tilt her head at you.
I'll say, well, I'm Elsie, and I think it's very nice to meet you. And can I make like an insight check on her?
Sure. What are you looking to glean exactly?
If she's just quiet or if there's something off about her.
Sure. I'll say you can make an insight check.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay. She is a hard case. I'll say with a 17, you don't necessarily get any hint of like that there are like it's not like she's cold or indifferent. Excuse me. Or like it you don't get the sense, what's the word? That it's intentional, if that makes sense. Like this kind of seems like her natural disposition.
Okay. So I think I will stop trying to engage with her. And then like when there's conversation around us, I think I'll turn to Gemma and like whisper, like putting on the airs of being like really gossipy. I'm going to say like, I've never heard of it taking so long for someone to get sorted. Have you?
And you hear Gemma kind of say in her breath, it's like, well, apparently when there's nothing to sort through, you really need to take your time to make sure you get it right when there's nothing to go off of.
I see. Well, thank you for bringing me and introducing me around to the Slytherins. I should be getting back to my table, but it was really good to chat with you all, and I think I'll give a wave to all the Slytherins.
Yeah. And as you go to get up, Taylor kind of looks to you and kind of looks at you a little bit more now that you came over, and she kind of just looks at you and is like, why did you sit with Gemma? Do you know each other?
I think I'll say to her, yeah, our families have known each other a long time, and I met her out in the great hall with the portraits before we came into the feast.
She's like, Is that a thing with Slytherins, that they all know each other and all their families know each other? And anyway, you see a boy kind of look over this kind of scraggly kid, messily put together. He's like, oh, I don't know any of you, bruv. Like I got put in wrong house here.
I think
Levi.
I think Elsie would giggle and reach out for a handshake and say, Well, I'm Elsie, and I'm not in Slytherin, but now you know me.
Kind of gives a smile. Like, name's Levi here, bro. Good to meet you.
It's very good to meet you too. And I think I wave again and would run back to the Ravenclaw table at that point.
He's like the British version of the dude, bro, and I love it.
Yeah. You see,
He's the bruv.
you see him look over to you. Like, oh, hey, real quick. It's food here. It's just come right back. It's not going to like keep growing in me there, ain't it?
What was the last thing he said? It's
Oh,
not going to
He's
what?
asking if it's growing inside of his stomach, that it keeps appearing in his
It
stomach.
keeps coming on plate. It's not going to keep coming. I'm going to eat again, right?
Would I know about how it works with the house elves sending it up?
I'll say no role necessarily required since you come from a long line. You've heard of this sorting ceremony before. This first day is nothing new to you. You absolutely know that this is just a charm that, will just add food to the plate, but the food itself is not charmed.
Okay. So I think I would giggle again and say, I think I would not be like condescending or snotty about him not knowing, but just be like patient and be like, no, it's a charm. Isn't that cool? Like the plate will keep filling, but your stomach's not going to get overly full and explode.
You see him kind of just a charm. Charm won't brace it, then, is it?
I think at that point she's going to give up on explaining and just be like, I think that our charms professor will do a better job explaining that than I ever can. And I hope I'll see you in class, Levi.
You also feel Gemma kind of lead you away. It's like, you have to excuse them. I don't know why they let him in here, but apparently now muggles are allowed within Slytherin, while you have to be in the riffraff of Ravenclaw. I swear that that dusty old hat needs to be hung up somewhere and never be placed upon a head again.
I think I would say to her, funny, some of the girls in Ravenclaw didn't think very highly of the cat either, so maybe you will all have a lot to talk about.
Well, if my father is to hear about any of this, maybe we will be able to actually make some changes around here and get that dusty hat out of here.
That's such a Malfoy thing to say. My father hears about this.
I think Elsie's pretty uncomfortable at this point, especially given she has a Muggle father. So I think she's trying to like extricate herself from Gemma and be like, you tell your father. I'm also excited to tell my parents about my first day here. But I really should be getting back. As much as I would love to be with you all in Slytherin, I have a lot to think about and got to go get to know these people that I'm going to be living with.
She kind of gives you a little pat. It's like, well, I say you're a Slytherin in my book, no matter what those dusty hats say and what those dreadfully awful colors say.
Oh, okay. I think at that point I would actually give her a hug and be like, thank you, and then run back to Ravenclaw.
I'll say make a quick insight check.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Ooh.
19.
I'll say with a 19, Gemma definitely does, like, when you hug her, like, she does, like, the proper, like, like,
Pat.
the, like, soft little pat. But, like,
The little pat.
Yeah, definitely not a big embrace from Gemma.
Fair enough.
All right. So, everyone's kind of made their first rounds at the table. We'll circle back to our trio currently at the Hufflepuff table. Is there any other table you want to go visit? And same to you, Elsie, the second rounds of introductions around the tables.
I did have a brief conversation with Elsie, if I remember correctly, right? Like aside from Willow and
We were all in a
Rencio.
cart on the train together, and we all
Yes.
talked there and saw the chocolate frog and everything.
Oh, that's
Oh, Elsie.
right.
I'm sorry. I'm looking through like the NPCs. Like Elsie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No, Elsie. Elsie the player.
Yes. You four
So-
all took the train here together.
Yes.
Wanting to make like a big group of friends, I'm gonna go look for Elsie.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
gonna go-
I
I'm gonna go-
wrote in
I'm
my
gonna go-
notes that I was worried about Elsie. I forget why that I wrote I was worried about Elsie. I think maybe because of Gemma's gasp and the fact that she didn't end up in Slytherin, because I think she was talking about it on the train. But I
Yeah,
was
I think
like,
she was.
I think I also noticed Billy and like Willow's never met another tall girl because she was in a small town. She's like, hey, another weird kid. You know,
Okay.
maybe we
I
could be
want to go
friends.
search for Elsie. for
Admittedly,
reason that
Willow is like very overwhelmed because there's like so many people, and like she has multiple friends on the first day, which has never happened to her before in her life. She's just like, huh, cool. Oh no.
we need more friends. So I want Elsie to join us. So I want to present Ren to Elsie and Elsie to Ren,
Okay.
so that we can just be a big group.
Okay. So Willow, we'll start with you. Having that kind of social anxiety of like, I'm meeting so many people, and like that internal struggle that you have, and probably a little bit external on your face as well.
Mhm.
You see a full table of that as you kind of go over to the Ravenclaws and go you see Billy over there, who is kind of hunched over like a soup, like just kind of eating it, and like they're all kind of like making a little small talk, but like kind of at this point everyone said their highs and their like pre-prepared phrases, and like they're done talking. So they're all just kind of sitting there. But yeah, Billy's over there.
So she'll take a second because it's like also the table's really quiet, so there's nowhere to really like jump in, you know. So she'll like
Mhm.
probably just take a seat like somewhere near Elsie and Billy if that's possible, and then it's like there's like this cool like these potatoes. They're like they're not spicy, but they're like really good. I brought them from the Hufflepuff table if you guys want to try some, and she'll sit it down.
Yeah, and Billy will be like, "Oh, and as she kind of turns around and sees you, there is like kind of smile on her face, and she's like, "Oh, I'm Billy,"
Hi,
And-
Willow, and she can.
and make a strength check real quick.
Ooh, athletics or pure strength? Oh, same thing for me, but
Yeah, just straight up strength.
straight up strength. You got it.
Yeah.
Ha, 6. She's
6?
nervous.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not necessarily that you're trying to do something strong, but you in like that handshake, like you can feel Billy like almost kind of test how strong you are as well.
I like that.
And but like I'll say with a 6, like
Yeah, that's not
it's
that good.
pretty apparent that like she is kind of testing to see how hard she can squeeze to see like, are you just big or are you like, buff big?
And she's got the baggy robes on, so it's a bit hard to tell.
Yeah. But like you see her kind of instantly kind of retract. It's like, oh, I'm,
Because like
I'm
she
sorry.
feels Billy start squeezing, and she's like, "Oh, geez, did I do something
Yeah.
wrong?"
It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
That's it. No, it's okay. You're fine.
And you see her take like a bite of the potatoes, and this
Yeah,
is
I don't know
really
what they
good.
put in this stuff. It's good.
We don't have these potatoes.
Yeah, it's like the Hufflepuff table. Like they got like a whole other thing going on. I don't know like why.
You see her kind of just look over. It's like, oh well. Oh,
You
I
want to
guess
go?
they
You want to just go
they'll
get
come
some?
here soon.
You want to go get some?
You see her kind of just. I'll stay here.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily, Well, I guess are you going over there too?
So yeah, I wanted to see about like I saw this like the salad over there. It seems good. You want to try it?
I'll go with you.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I want to say hi to Elsie. Hey, Elsie. Say hi.
Hi.
It's like, you doing okay? I saw the whole like. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to check on you.
Oh, thank you. I think Elsie's like trying to put on a smile and a brave face, but is like the shock is wearing off. So she's starting to have an internal meltdown, especially after Gemma was like, we'll see if you're even at your own family's parties.
Oh shit!
So I think she like smiles and nods and is like, mm-hmm. It's all so exciting.
Can I sense that she's kind of?
Yeah, Elsie, if you want to make a deception, and Willow, if you want to make an insight.
Okay.
Do opposed rolls here.
9.
Insight. 13.
13. Yeah, I'd say being out there, you can tell you've seen a table of social anxiety. This is a different look to it.
Yeah. It's like, she's not really sure how to react or like how to make her feel better because she's also kind of she was supposed all she knows is that she was supposed to go in the house with the snake. That's all her uncle told her, and she's not in that house. I mean, her uncle was gonna be mad, so she's kind of worried about that, and is like kind of feeling what Elsie's feeling, but is not sure what to do because she doesn't know how to handle adults beyond just not caring what they think. But she knows like not every kid can do that. She's just like, you want to go get some cool potatoes with me and Billy?
I think she's like, yeah, I'll have some potatoes.
It's like they're really good, cool. I don't know what they put, like maybe paprika or something. The good potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes are really good. I think she's like at this point like holding in tears and just like looking down into the potatoes so no one sees.
Can I just like rub her back? Just, like,
yeah, absolutely.
I think she like appreciates it, but also doesn't know how to respond to that and doesn't want to cry.
I don't know how to respond either.
Just like keeps eating potatoes really eagerly.
And yeah, everyone kind of gathers back up at the Hufflepuff table apparently to get the good.
It's the good food. It's the good kush.
Let's see. Arenzio.
If I may, because I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah. Everyone at this point is kind of together, so feel just assume that everyone is together.
Okay, so I'm guessing. Okay, I just want to make sure I heard this right. Willow dragged Elsie to our side of the table, right?
Well, I mean, I just invited her along. I wouldn't say I dragged her. I was like, hey, do you want to just get some potatoes? You seem upset, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I think that would make you more upset, you know?
Okay. Elsie, did you come with her?
Yeah, I came along for potatoes.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's Billy sitting with us, and there's like 3 of us. They're eating good potatoes and salad because it's like they got the good dressing and like the spices.
Elsie look back and say, Elsie! And just kind of like call her and be really freaking happy.
I think Elsie would like smile and her eyes would go really wide and she just wouldn't say anything. I guess she's just like, hi.
Hey, Asuka, potatoes. Potatoes? Oh, you're muted, Asuka, if you're saying something. Hello?
Yeah, Oscar, you're muted if you are talking. Maybe having
sorry, be right back.
Difficulty. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. But
so Renzio, what are you doing?
Yeah. So Renzio, as you were kind of hanging out at the Hufflepuff table, you see a girl kind of skipping along and making her way. She's you actually see Morgan kind of come to you as Morgan. Let's see. There we go. As Morgan is bringing this girl around, And it's like, Orenzio, my guy, check this out. We're trying to get this little thing going. I don't know exactly what you partake in, but trying to have a little more fun. You want to have a little more fun?
I'm pretty much just like I find it. I hear his voice and I look around and I look down, seeing him, and I pretty much just say, "What kind of fun are we talking about? Mischievous fun, or I'm gonna get in trouble kind of fun?"
You see that he's bringing around this girl who has like a little pouch with her. As you see Delilah, and she has this little spice pouch, and she kind of takes some out and kind of puts a hand forward to kind of get your food, or like take your plate if you let her kind of take it.
I just let it happen. I'm already being force fed.
You see her kind of grin excitedly as she kind of sprinkles it on and kind of dusts off her fingers and licks one of them. So, and she kind of is like, "There you go. Don't have it all at once." So, are you gonna take a bite?
Oh yeah, I pretty much I grab the plate from her, grab a big spoonful, and just take a big bite.
The way you asked that, I was like, "Are you gonna take a bite?" I'm like, "God."
All right. If I can get a Constitution saving throw from
I
you,
knew it!
please.
A 7.
7. All right. So you take a bite, and the flavor doesn't necessarily change, but uh it's kind of strange where you take a bite and you are instantly kind of attracted to look up as you see that the kind of starry night with kind of these, floating candles and this kind of night scene that has like kind of mystically engulfed the ceiling now starts to become this rainbow pulsating clouds
Oh
that just seem
no!
to like just light up the roof, and it is just enthralling you.
Oh my God! They drugged you. They gave you the magic mushrooms.
And she kind of leans over, she's like, "So you getting the colorful roof, or you getting the spiders on the ceiling?"
I pretty much just like said, start putting my finger on her mouth and just let me enjoy this.
And she kind of gives a chuckle. "Colors it is." As you see Morgan is, he's like, "Good way to spice up any party there." He gives you a pat on the back. It's like, "Try not to stay too long. Don't want the professors getting wind of this good stuff."
We're 11, right?
We are.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
It's like, to be fair, wizards have access to some crazy shit. This is on the milder end.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. I was just trying to remember. We're 11.
We're 11.
Yes. Seeing cool colors is yeah, this is the tame side of wizarding enhancements.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so let's see. Everyone kind of got together. Oscar, are you back? No, he's still away. Okay, cool. So
Oh, you can skip me.
that'll
I did want to ask real quick, but like near the end
Mhm.
of the dinner, if it's possible. She's like, she sees how upset Elsie is. She knows she's getting in trouble. If she could talk to the Sorting Hat again, because I don't know if like he's still sitting around or.
Sorry, it was an alert. Who are you? Did you say you were looking for again?
The Sorting Hat. If I could
Oh, the
talk to the
Sorting
Sorting Hat again, if possible. Because it's like she's like, oh geez, she's really upset. I want to help my friend, so maybe I can talk to the Sorting Hat. Maybe we can like work this out. You know?
Okay. So
She was a little concerned for herself. But was like, I get in trouble with adults all the time. I don't think it'll matter really, unless
I'll
my
say
uncle
you-
does his magic stuff. But it's like she sees how upset her friend is. And she's like, oh geez, we need to talk to somebody.
So you see the Sorting Hat as it's, I don't necessarily say it's being like displayed, but it just has, it's resting on the table of the professors as they're eating. They have the Sorting Hat there with them. It hasn't necessarily been shuttled away.
Apologies
So
for
she
that.
turns to Billy. He's like, you okay with like waiting here for a second? I want to try something.
Oh, okay, Oscar, you're back. Cool. Oh yeah, so
yet.
Billy
Sorry.
would be like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my seat.
Okay, if you want to hang out later, just let me know.
I don't like standing out in the open. I'm just gonna take a seat.
Yeah, just if you want to hang out later, let me know.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's so Willow, right?
Yeah, and Billy.
I'm Billy. Yes.
He's like, I think they said
Willie,
a
but
different.
Billy.
Yeah, it's like I know they said like a different name up when they called you up there, but it's like I think you don't like that name, right?
Please, Billy. Yes.
Yeah, cool. I'll see ya. And then she'll go up.
Hi.
She's not gonna be very happy about it. If she's gonna go up to the professors because she's like she has to walk up to this table of professors that are all facing out towards her, and like the hat's there. She's like, I'm either gonna get in a lot of trouble or everyone's gonna stare at me. We'll see what happens. Well, probably both, but we'll see. She wants to go up and talk to the hat.
Okay. So the hat is sitting next to Head Mistress McGonagall, and she is sitting next to.
Sorry about that. I had an emergency to take care of.
It's okay.
Yep, no
It
problem.
happens.
Sorry about that.
Yep. I will say, since we skipped over you, Willow's going up to the kind of the table of professors. Oscar, you said you wanted to talk to Elsie a little?
Yeah, because you went by to hug Elsie.
eh, eh.
Elsie seemed kind of upset.
Okay, do I see that she's upset? And
Uh,
I'm leaving this up to
I-
Elsie.
I think
if
I only
may.
got, if I recall, I think I only got like a 9 on deception, something like that.
Yeah. So if you want to roll an insight check, Oscar.
Perfect. Let me roll an insight, which you might win. Actually, no, 20.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yep. People are nervous. They're like kind of getting used to each other, but you see, like Elsie is not doing all right.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab
At
her
least not at
arm
100.
and just like smile at her and say like, "So how's my new friend going? How's my new friend doing with this new school?"
I think she like makes her mouth smile and says, "So excited," but there are literally tears on her cheeks.
Oh, baby.
Aww. So, okay, give me 5 seconds.
5.
So I'm gonna look at her and just basically say,
3.
"Hey, how are you? Are you willing to prank somebody?"
No, I just want to go to my room. I'm waiting for the feast to be over.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
really don't want to draw any more attention to myself with a prank right now, though.
Okay. Actually, do you want to explore?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we could explore.
Is there
Getting
any
away from
chance that we
people
just
would be nice.
like we just freaking sneak out, just go somewhere?
Sure. I'll say go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay, investigation.
This is actually really bad timing because if you guys sneak out, she's literally about to go ask for Elsie to switch house, and then look over and be like, "Wait, where is Elsie?" And like, whoops.
Yeah. So you look around to see if there's even anywhere you can try and escape to. Because it's just so big, the only thing that you see right now is the like big doors out.
Okay, so
And
I'm gonna look.
you see the big doors out, and sitting on just like a simple chair, it's just kind of this old man just kind of sitting there, not eating, but just generally looking sour.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at Elsie. It's like, okay, so want me to pull off a magic trick?
You know magic already?
I mean, it might go incredibly wrong, and we might both get in trouble. But if I manage to pull it off, we're gonna get out of here.
I'm sorry. I really appreciate you trying to help me, but I really don't want to get in any more trouble than I'm already going to be in with my family.
And I'm not gonna say anything. It's just this is in my mind. I understand that. I don't want to push her more than she doesn't need to. So I'm just gonna say, all right, fine. And I'm gonna look over at the professor's table because I believe Willow is doing something like that sounds gonna be very fun.
Oh
I
no.
think Elsie just like slinks in her chair and pulls like the hood of her robes up and is just trying to like hide herself from everyone.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Okay.
I tried, but no. I tried. I'm gonna try again. This
You
is
try
not the
so
last
hard,
you've seen of
but you
me.
don't succeed.
Okay, so Asuka is looking for an exit. Arenzio is tripping on the ceiling. And Elsie is slinked over in her chair.
Our party state is in shambles.
Going off strong. Willow, you look up, you see the sorting hat, and it is by Headmistress McGonagall, who is sitting next to the man you met earlier, Hagrid.
Yes, the man with the glorious beard. So
Yes.
she will approach, like, she looks at the hat, looks at McGonagall, looks at the hat, looks at McGonagall, like, is slowly going forward.
And you see McGonagall's like kind of mid eating, and kind of you see her kind of tap Hagrid, who was just like fully palming like half a chicken and is just like going to town.
There you go.
Before she and like kind of hits him more aggressively. He's like, oh, sorry there, lass. What can I do for you?
I wanted to talk to the hat, if that's okay.
Oh, you want to talk to the hat there?
Well, I don't know. So, my friend's like really upset because she's in the wrong house and her family's gonna be really mad. So I wanted to see if we could like there's not like there's like 4 people at Slytherin table, so like they got room in their house, right? So.
Right, I understand. And you see him like he takes like another chicken and like snaps 2 of the legs off.
She kind of like winces, like, oh god.
Yeah, and like make a quick dexterity check for me.
Okay. Dexterity check. So flat dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay. It's all in the dice because I have no modifier. 9.
9. Yeah, a little bit of skin like kind of just gets flung off and just like lands right above the eye.
So she's like,
and she's like, right, come here. And he like kind of goes around and goes around the side of the table and hands you a chicken bone. And he just kind of like kneels down next to you and just says, you don't have to take what the hat says. I mean, it's just a hat after all. It's what's in there that counts. And kind of like way too hard, like pokes at your chest. But you, of anyone, probably could take it.
yeah, it's like I've had worse from my grandmama.
Why are you so upset about where you've been? There's a lot of good in them houses.
Well, It's like, I know for me, it's like my uncle said I'm supposed to be in the snake house, so he's gonna be mad if I'm not. Well, I'm more worried about Elsie. See, Elsie is like really upset. I think her parents are gonna be super mad.
You see him kind of, you see him kind of chuckle. He's like, "You all Gryffindor, aren't you? Sticking up for the others." And you see him. He gives you the other piece of chicken. Give her that piece of chicken right there.
Okay.
Tell her to eat it over, sleep on it. I think she'll like a new house. You gotta.
Okay.
It's like a new pair of shoes. First, they're tight. They're a little rough on the back, rough on the heel. Might bruise you a little. You walk around in them. They feel like comfort. And you got a new pair of boots that feel great.
She kind of nods along with them. You know, that makes more sense than anything I ever heard from, like a teacher. So that's thanks.
You see him kind of like look back and forth. He's like, and if they still don't fit right, you get another pair of boots. Because at the end of the day, they're just boots. They don't change you.
Okay. She's a bit confused by that part, but she isn't going to say it because she knows in the past when she's told adults she's confused, they sit there and explain more and make her more confused. She's just like, okay.
You see him and he's like, that makes sense there. You good.
Yeah.
You see him kind of stand up. He's like, no, I sure went with cranberries. Chickens never work. And you see him like kind of look. And you see him like go back around the side of the table.
All right. She'll head back to the Hufflepuff table and sit next to Elsie. And she'll hand them the chicken. It's like, he said to eat this and it'll make it better.
Okay. I think
it's magic. So I think she knows it's not magic, but she's like, I think it's magic because she really wants Elsie to feel better.
I think Elsie just takes a nibble.
Fair enough.
And waits to see if it happens.
Yeah, that's all I had from me. That's all I had.
I'm gonna look at Will and whisper, we need to make her our friend. She seems lonely.
Oh?
What do you think? You just give her food? Or a treat? What the fuck did you just give her?
This chicken. The guy with the beard, he said to give it to her. He said we couldn't switch houses.
Maybe it's magic.
Yeah.
While this is all happening,
really,
Arenzio, can you please give me another Constitution saving throw?
Wait, what's happening to my client? Is he poisoned?
Oh. He's been staring at the ceiling for a really long time.
Got 21.
Okay. So 21, the effects are starting to wear off, and you see like the colors are starting to dissipate. They're starting to like go back into the regular cloud form. They're starting to just, dissipate, and like the effects seem to be gone. I'll say with the 21 as well, like you don't necessarily get like a hangover or anything. Like there's no sort of grogginess or like there's no general change to your like health. It just seems like kind of a fun temporary effect that made you see colors for a little.
Once I get my bearings back together, I'm just gonna like ease myself down into like the seat and feel just like have my hands on my temple and start looking around to see what's going on because I completely lost or what's happened.
Yep, and you see Oscar and Willow are kind of like whispering to each other. Like Elsie is in the middle of them, and they are whispering to each other.
Willow is so tall; she's like leaning over top of Elsie to whisper to Oscar,
and like pointing at her with like a chicken leg.
Since I'm completely since I don't know what's going on there, I just get up and just go towards them and just like put my hand on each of their shoulder and pretty much like let her breathe, give her time, like she clearly needs to process this. And I'm pretty much
she kind of like looks down like she forgot Elsie was down there. It's like, Sorry.
Yeah, like people just give it room.
I'm just gonna look at our she'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm just gonna follow your lead.
And after that, I'm just gonna look down at Elsie and she's like I don't know what's going on with you. I'm clearly lost on what's going on right now, but like I can tell you're not good. Just take a breather and just calm down. Like take your time.
I think Elsie gives him the most genuine smile through the tears and is like, "Thank you." And then just like head down on the table under her arms, like just breathes for a couple minutes.
Uh,
Perfect.
and pretty much after that, he has no idea what he did. He just like, okay, whatever. He's gonna look for the small student again to see like what he ate.
Perfect. So as everyone, takes their last bites and everyone kind of is sipping the coffee, like they're absolutely done. Uh you see some of the upperclassmen start to kind of gather all the first years, and they lead you to your commons rooms. Uh, for our Gryffindors, uh, for Gryffindor, the journey up to the Gryffindor Tower kind of leads you to the portrait of a fat lady. With a knowing smile, she kind of swings open after hearing the kind of upperclassmen speak out. Uh, and you see the upperclassmen kind of go, oh, what was it again? Oh, right. Purple pastels. And the painting kind of swings open to reveal the common room. The room is a vibrant celebration of the house colors. There's plush furniture and rich red and gold, inviting you in to rest after your long, long day. There's portraits of past Gryffindor alumni, all adorning the walls. Their painted eyes seem to follow your every move with approval. The fireplace crackles in the corner, its warmth kind of permeating throughout the room, casting flickering shadows that dance across the stone walls. And the air kind of smells of this burning wood and a hint of something sweet, like a caramel or a scent that's both comforting and invigorating. For our Ravenclaws ascending the ever shifting staircases, you find yourselves before a door. Its surface graced by a brass eagle. The eagle poses a riddle. Where do vanished objects go? And there's a bit of a pause before the one of the upperclassmen kind of smirks and says, well, to non-being, that is to say, everything. You see the eagle say, that is acceptable. Its voice echoes in the stone corridor, and upon the room is a upon answering correctly, the door swings open with a soft creak. Inside, the common room is a kind of circular haven of knowledge. There's odd looking bookshelves spiraling upwards. Their shelves are just laden with scrolls and material of all different shapes and sizes. The room is bathed in a soft, ethereal blue light that kind of filters through the arched windows, casting these long dancing shadows. The air carries a distinct scent of parchment and ink, a testament to the house's unquenchable thirst for knowledge. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our 10-minute break. So go ahead, hit the bathroom, grab a drink, and we will be back here in 10 after everyone takes their rest for the night. And we begin the first day of classes.
Yes. Oh, I will say when Willa sets up her bed, she pulls out like a mountain of stuffed animals and arranges them all very specifically.
Well,
Okay.
is the only way to reach our families from here letters?
I believe so.
Okay.
Sorry, say that again?
I was
The only way to
asking.
reach her family is letters.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Elsie spends the night trying to write a letter to her family, but tear stains keep blotting the ink. And so
Oh,
she
no.
finally
Okay.
just scraps it and goes to bed.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do quickly before you rest your head for the night?
I
Oh,
would like to write a letter
definitely.
to my grandmama being like, I made all these new friends and proceed to tell her every single bit about them. And at the end be
Nice.
like, say hi to
So-
mom for me, even though they live in the same house. She figures mom probably won't read the letter.
Great. And
I-
Asuka, before you go to sleep?
Yes, I am. Suspecting that. Oh Jesus! I am suspecting that the bedrooms are divided between girls and boys, right? Same as in the movies and everything.
Yeah, it's co-ed.
Okay, so basically, Sally, I am gonna spend the night placing a stink bomb under her bed
Yeah.
and putting it off at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Oh no.
Revenge
yeah.
is sweet.
So I will say, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh,
Damn it!
is it okay if I specify that I chose a bed as far away from Sally as humanly possible because I don't like her? I saw her messing with my friend and was immediately like,
Oh
no.
yeah, sure.
Since it's night, could I have it with advantage?
I will say no because while it is so are you trying to do this while she's asleep?
I'm trying to do this while everybody's asleep. Like I've actually waited and planned for everybody to be asleep on the first day for me to sneak out of my bedroom slowly. Which since we're all together, I don't have to walk that far. And in parentheses, is this me trying to justify an advantage roll? Yes, it is. But I'm trying to justify an advantage roll.
So you are trying to stay awake until 3 o'clock to place the stink bomb.
Basically staying the people under the bed, which placing things under somebody's mattress is not as hard as placing it on the mattress. So maybe, or is it just a normal roll?
I'll ask you this: have you tried to move a mattress with someone on it before?
It's not moving a
It's so hard.
mattress.
Moving a
It's
regular
just-
mattress is hard.
Yeah.
I know moving a mattress is hard with somebody on it, but this is not moving a mattress. It's just sticking something under it.
Okay.
If you go to the floorboards, it's actually a lot easier to stick something under the floorboards.
Oh, so you mean like from underneath, not like
Yeah, from
Picking it
underneath
up
going
and-
up. So that's not as hard as moving.
So
the mattress.
let's do this.
Hmm.
To keep everyone goes to their dorms and like is kind of told like, hey, get some shut eye. Are you going to try and fake going to sleep, or are you just going to stay up?
No, I'm gonna try and fake going to sleep.
I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw
Yeah,
because
Shit!
this has been
Might
a
pass out anyway.
long day. Yeah.
Okay, Constitution saving throw. Got it.
That's fair.
That's fair. Okay, that's not bad. 19.
19. Okay. Yep. So you're able to stay awake. And you feel like it's the dead of night, everyone is asleep, and you are now able to kind of try and navigate. So I'm gonna need a stealth check.
We
Advantage or no advantage? I got that one more time.
Straight roll.
Straight roll. Got it. All right, I got
Because
-2.
this is yeah.
This might go really fucking wrong. Okay, 11. Okay. Wait, no. Actually, fuck. It's not 11. It's a 7. 7.
Whoa.
7.
Yeah, 7.
So-
it's the -2.
So you make it out of the kind of sleeping quarters and you make it to the common room, which you need to kind of go to get to the next sleeping quarters.
Isn't Asuka a girl, so aren't we in the same room?
I don't know if it's necessarily in the same room.
Also, do we all have our own rooms, or is it one big?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Not to be like nerdy, but in the movies and books, there's 4 people in each tower suite. So it's like a boys' tower and a girls' tower, but then there's 4
Yeah.
people in a given room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. No,
yeah,
that makes
It's
sense.
not like this like long barracks building where just
Fuck.
everyone is. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
So with
I'm
a
assuming
7,
Sally's in a different room, so it's me, Asuka, and 2 other people. Can I request that Sorry,
Mhm.
I wrote this down. I got Darcy. Can we share a room with Darcy?
So it's you. So Darcy, Willow, Sally.
Oh, Sally's in the room with us.
So there's five ladies of Gryffindor. So you are all going to be in the same room together.
Okay, we're all in the same room together.
We're all in the
Sweet.
same room together. So
Yeah, it's more so delineated between boys, girls, first year, second year. Like you stay together that way.
Gotcha.
being late at night, everybody's asleep. I'm very freaking quiet, even though I got a 7.
So
What happens?
with a 7, you go to the common room, and you're trying your best. You are trying to look for just anyone that's out and about. You're trying to stay quiet. And while you're looking for other classmates, you don't necessarily look on the ground to see kind of a slunched over, kind of sleeping ghost who
Yeah.
you just kind of like step through. And he's like, whoa, 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 I do say, you must watch your step there, young lass.
Wait. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Am I making my way to another room to prank Sally, or is it just?
I'm
the
sorry,
prank
it was
with
throwing
Sally?
me off with the boy voice. I'm sorry. Yeah, so
No worries.
you are in the same. So scratch all that,
Yeah.
but this time I dare say, with
So
a
same situation, except
lady
she's
ghost.
she's walking across the room and trips on a lady ghost.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna basically try and cover the ghost's mouth up. So I don't know how ghosts work. So I'm just gonna try and cover the ghost's mouth and we'll go shh.
And as you do that, the ghost is like, get away from me. This is my rest time. I must rest my vocal cords.
So guys, can you go to bed? I'm trying to sleep.
Shh.
Don't you shush me. You should be snoozing as well as I should.
Go to bed. And Willow's just like gonna throw a pillow over her face.
And then I go grumple, and just go to bed.
All right. Elsie and Orenzio, anything you want to do before Elsie, or no, it was, she said you were going to do that. So Orenzio, anything you quickly want to do before bed in the new dorm?
I was just gonna be thinking to myself, like, I ended up being in the house of a bunch of nerds. Like when they were explaining to us what the houses were, and the entire time I was thinking, like, I'm in a group of nerds then. And once I started thinking to myself, like, no, I'm the nerd. And I would just go to my bed and just soak a bit from calling myself a nerd.
All right. You take your nice little nerdy rest and meeting everyone. So we'll be back in 10.
10-minute break for realsies this time.
Yeah. Now it's 10. All right. Be right back.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that tabletop role player in your life? For that podcaster? For that little sister that keeps going on and on about shiny math rocks? Well, look no further. OBP Musical has you covered. Original theme music for your characters, worlds, podcasts, and more. Has your bard written lyrics about a party member's tragic demise? Let us compose to them. Or better yet, let us write those lyrics for you. But the goodness, no, greatness, doesn't stop there. How would you like a cast member of Les Miserables, Disney, or Come From Away to sing your pieces? Oh, you bet you would. Fully orchestrated cinematic pieces. Pieces like this.
Who'd rise to meet the call, who'd fiercely face the danger, be a hero to them all. For the hordes of people
We have 8 vocalists, 7 composers, 2 lyricists, and an admin team ready to take your request. For as low as $60 US, you can get your own musical theme. OBP Musical, making fantasy a reality.
Hello.
All right.
Looks like Elsie is taking out dogs.
Yep.
So it'll be a
No
little
problemo. Let me know when you're back, LC.
Yeah, some gummy worms.
They'll have a little dinner to eat.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry I was late.
No worries.
No problem at all. Oscar and Orenzio, you ready to roll?
Hello? No, I don't think they're back yet.
You're muted if you are ready. Renzio, you there?
Asuka, I saw you unmute, but I'm not hearing you.
No, I'm here.
Okay,
Sorry
there you
about
go.
that.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
there's
here.
And
there
then
you are.
Rennie boy. Mr. Barella.
What happens with the videos of these sessions?
And go to that link that was posted in the chat.
Is it just for people in the Discord community?
Nope.
It's for the
Nah,
world.
Okay.
Sorry, they were
I mean,
uploaded.
not a lot of people were watching. When I looked at it before, it had like 2 views, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
it was two views. They were uploading the streams for this whole session are uploaded to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Grand total of like 5 people to watch, so beware. Mwahaha.
Hey, 5 people is better than 1. From here, the only way is up. So.
Hey, I wasn't even planning on anyone watching it. I didn't even know we were going to be recording it really, but here we are.
Here we are indeed.
Yeah. You there, Renzio, ready to roll?
Mm-mm.
I can mute and unmute people. That's not great. We'll just hang out a little, make sure. This. We can do a little while he's gone. Let's start in the Gryffindor Commons as everyone kind of wakes up. Well, we'll have him join in as well when I guess he's still sleeping and it's going to take a little while to get to the Great Hall as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in the morning, you are all kind of shown to the Great Hall again. Less kind of formal, but more so the upperclassmen are kind of leading you. Okay, he is there. Cool. They're leading you to the Great Hall where you are brought for breakfast. Typically, we'll do the kind of a role play with everyone for breakfast in the Great Hall, but this is kind of a weird mishmash of, where everyone is. So breakfast we can kind of breeze through since we had a rather lengthy meet everyone. Is there anyone or anything specific anyone wants to do in the morning? Either talk to someone or each other before
I
you
would
hang
ask
up.
Asuka, like, "Hey, what were you doing something last night? I don't quite remember, but I thought I heard you yelling at somebody."
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna walk over to her ear, kind of like, I tried pranking Sally.
She'll like bend down and be like, "What?"
Yeah, I tried pranking Sally, but
Oh.
I stepped on a ghost foot and she woke up, so I couldn't be able to. But,
Mhm.
I'm gonna prank her as soon as I can. So I want you don't know anything. You just you heard my owl. You heard my owl in my window. That's what you did,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
heard my owl in my window because we
And I
both
heard your
don't
owl.
know.
What's your owl's name?
My owl's name is actually that's a good point. Give me 3 seconds and I'll freaking tell you the name of my owl. My
Peanut.
owl's name is actually
Noodles.
my owl's name is Noodles, but it's close. But no, it's Bubbles.
Bubbles.
My owl's name is Bubbles.
Bubbles.
That's really cute.
It is really cute. She's a white owl and she's really cute. She looks like Bubbles, which is why she's named Bubbles. But anyway, you heard Bubbles on my window.
Okay.
Pepping on one. That's when you woke up. Which
You need me to help at all? I'm not a big fan of that Sally girl.
I mean, if you want to help, I'll wake you up. But here's the thing. And Ben, this is just I want to
I thought
actually.
you meant you were gonna prank her during class or something when you said it's like as soon as you could.
Oh no! I can't prank her during class because I don't want the teachers to hate me. Not yet.
You don't
The
want
teachers
to
might come later. But I want to prank her when she's not expecting it. She's expecting me to prank her in class, not when she's asleep.
Okay.
Because I didn't see a lot of defenses when she was asleep. But I know that if I prank her during classes, the teachers might hold it against me later, which I do not want. At least until I talk with the teachers. If the teachers are okay with it, then I'm fine. Ben, quick question. Can I use the excuse that my owl was pepping on my window as why I woke up?
I mean, you can. Does it mean it'll
Bring
work?
you
You
on,
don't
yeah.
Okay. No, it's big sleepers. I don't want to be lying, which, that's a big part of me. So yeah.
I mean, you technically are lying because you were yelling at a ghost. That was what actually happened.
I wasn't yelling at a ghost. I was telling the ghost, shut up. I was shooing a ghost. That's not yelling. It's not the same thing. I just want to make that perfectly clear.
A court of law that will not hold up.
Yeah,
But
that would not hold
in
in a
this
court of
owl
law.
because the owl was not part of the equation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In a court of law, it will not hold. That's what's important. So, point is, I don't want to prank right now in front of the teachers because it's going to be my first class. This is her first day, so I don't want to prank a teacher. Afterwards, if I don't like a teacher, then I may prank the teacher and Sally.
Oh God. I mean, it's efficient, I guess. Very efficient, more efficient than I would be.
Indeed. So let's just go to class.
We don't need to actually role play this, but I think that Elsie would thank Orenzio for sort of like giving her space yesterday when she needed it. And then would also, I think after having a night to process, she's like warming up to the idea of being in Ravenclaw instead of being with people like Gemma. So I think she like makes a big effort to be really nice to her housemates at breakfast and like show them that she's not miserable and freaking out.
There you go. Let's see. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me, if you'd be so kind.
Me?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. 5.
Okay, with a 5. Sorry. 10. Okay. With a 10, or sorry, with a 5. I'm trying to get the slides right. With a 5, you kind of I'll say as you're trying to make it a point to be nicer, you find yourself talking to Janice, and Janice comes up to you and says, "Oh, well, I do appreciate that. I know yesterday was a lot for all of us, but I do know I got a advanced copy of the schedule, and I was doing reading on the class that we're going to, and I know the professor is probably going to be asking us to learn these spells, and I took the time to make like a little cheat sheet if you want it." And Janice hands you kind of, yeah. So yeah, Elsie, yeah. Sorry, you were talking to Janice. You were saying you're trying to make notes of the Ravenclaws, and she hands you a little piece, and it is a D6 of inspiration for when you are in class and you're learning spells, and we need some checks to do. Remind me that you have inspiration, and you can use it on that roll.
Yeah, I can type it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Janice. Also, if anyone hasn't noticed, Janice and I are like identical twins.
You really are.
We both have long, curly, black hair, pale skin, blue eyes, and are in Ravenclaw and like similar energy.
Soul sisters.
I know.
Oh, it's like that thing. I as a substitute teacher and as a regular teacher who's been in the same classroom through a long time. Like I was long-term sub, but I had two kids that looked very similar, and I would constantly mix up their names.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a way, I guess I can't message you a picture, but I had like another AI generated art of my character that looked like almost exactly like this. I can send it in our discussion, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're
post
like twins. But yeah.
Post the link in the chat. We'll see if we can get everyone these.
Okay.
I never got AI art of my character. Was I supposed to do that?
Oh, I didn't get it from Jordan. I just got it off the internet.
Ah, okay. Jordan never reached out about that. I didn't know if I was supposed to do that or if Jordan was supposed to do that.
No, I talked to her and she seems a little busy, so I'll try and get back on that again.
Yeah. I'm fine with the art that I got. I can draw my own stuff.
Yeah. So you have that. Is there anything anyone else wanted to do in the?
No, I think I'm just heading to breakfast. Like maybe just chatting with Darcy because Darcy seems cool.
Okay. Talking to Darcy.
Like we don't have to role play that out. She's like,
yeah, yeah.
Chatting.
Cool.
You know, she's sharing a room with these girls, so she's trying to like get to know them one at a time, at least.
Yeah. As you do talk to her, she slips in several times the term bludger and is like trying to code you into playing Quidditch, but
Willow's definitely hesitant because she like as Darcy explained the games, like, oh, like you can get hit in the face with a metal ball, or you could fall off your broom, or this could happen to you. Like that sounds like a lot of hurting people, and Willow's not very much a fan of hurting other people, so she's hesitant, but it's new and she wants to try it, you know. Like this doesn't sound like my speed, but I'll try it.
All right. So, wrapping up breakfast. As you kind of leave the warmth of the Great Hall, you step into the grand entrance. The famous kind of moving staircases await. They kind of shift and turn, forming a bewildering yet fascinating maze. Each step leading you further and further into the mysteries of the castle. And for this, if you make it easier, Will, if you'd be so kind as to actually link to the Hogwarts map, because I'm not good at. How do you actually? Do you just do copy link and? You right click, copy,
Hogwarts.
and then does that work? Oh, that does work. Cool. So there's the Hogwarts map. So you can follow
Oh, you
along
did good,
exactly where we're at.
Nice job.
Yep. So as you are in the Great Hall, let's see. The polished banisters, worn by these smooth generations of students, guide you as your portraits lining the walls watch with interest as you move. Beyond
Willow
the
hates
staircase
so much.
lines the halls of the Quad, a place where history is blended upon the very architecture. Stone archways frame glimpses of the south courtyard outside, verdant, clean, and inviting. The hallways stretch forth, lined with doors leading to unknown classrooms and nooks filled with mysteries to unfold. Our journey across the campus continues across the suspension bridge that seems to float above the expansive kind of chasm below. Each step resonates with a hollow echo. The wood planks creak gently beneath your feet with delight. The wind rustles through the stone below, bringing it with a sense of the western forest. And finally, you arrive in the northern courtyard area, a hollow hall filled with the warmth of the sunlight and the murmur of students kind of, sharing stories and getting ready for the day. The courtyard is framed by high stone walls, vines trailing gracefully, and open archways revealing tantalizing glimpses of even an old fountain and willow tree nearby. No
Hey, that's me.
Students gather under the trees, and it's a nice place to relax. A metal plaque denotes it as a tribute to the love of fallen warriors of old. A door on the left-hand side of the hall leads you into the Transfiguration classroom. There we go. Toots. Where did I put it? There we go. Sorry, I lost my place.
You're good.
As you enter, the room kind of greets you as there are desks neatly arranged, all facing forward like a kind of standard classroom, waiting for the students. And the walls are kind of adorned with this intricate symbols and diagrams. Rows of 2x2 wooden desks stretch across the room. Sorry, brain farted. Polished desks worn by kind of years of diligent study. At the front, the teacher's grand desk sits with less than neatly stacked papers, a little disheveled. Groups of students gather, some perched on the desks, others kind of standing in clusters, engaged in kind of animated conversations. There's laughter and voices kind of filling the room. All first years, by the way, all your classmates that you met before. When the chatter, kind of as everyone's settling in and finding a desk, the chatter is kind of cut through by the tapping of shoes upon the ground, entering the room. Entering the room, you see the teacher kind of rush through the middle. All right, everyone, find your seats. Find your seats.
Willow quickly sit down to whoever was near. She was like up wandering around the room probably before this, and then she's like, she quickly grabs the nearest seat to her. Is like, I don't know who she's sitting next to. She didn't think about it.
If possible, I'm gonna try and sit next to Willow because she's the only person like she actually kind of knows. Just to be somewhere, just to be near someone that she actually knows.
All right, and let me bring up. Nope, not you.
Oh boy.
You are not here
Okay, I hope she's not here because she's fucking terrifying.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was just thinking of ways to mess around with the papers on the desk. If it were McGonagall, I'd be like, nope.
Yeah, no, it's not
Nope.
gonna go. Like,
I ain't touching
that.
Professor
There we
Duro.
go. So you see him. All right, everyone, find your seats. Find your seats.
So I'm assuming I end up sitting next to Asuka, or do I end up sitting next to somebody else?
That's up to the end, but I do want to sit next to you.
Do
Okay.
I do a luck roll?
Arenzio and Elsie. Anyone you want to kind of sit near?
I think I would sit near Janice.
Okay.
Fair enough.
For me, I'm pretty much just gonna go with the role of a nerd and just sit in the front. I'm
There
gonna.
you go.
I'm accepting the role.
There you go.
There you go.
You're accepting your fate. Join the dark side.
Let's see. Oh, don't freeze up on me. It says, everyone find your seats. I am Professor Dildoro.
Willow doesn't know what that means, so she doesn't think anything of it.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So he writes his name on the blackboard and kind of punctuates it with a kind of a definitive tap. And I will be your transfiguration teacher for the foreseeable future. So I suggest that it would be best we got off on the right foot. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Dill. She like starts saying yes, Mr. Dilder, and then like realizes she's the only one talking and goes like.
You see him kind of look over to you and like almost immediately just kind of dismiss you. Professor Dildero kind of presents an intriguing figure as he kind of turns to the class. His appearance, a blend of kind of scholarly elegance, possibly in an endearing kind of just disarray. Clad in a dark purple overcoat and apparel adds a kind of touch of formality. He layers it over a corduroy vest that looks a little worn. His tie, kind of hastily done up, hangs kind of slightly askew. His young face is framed by slightly messy brunette hair that seems to kind of perpetually kind of tussle as if he's just emerged from a deep thought or maybe a rough night. 5 o'clock shadow graces his jaw, adding kind of a rugged touch to his otherwise scholarly demeanor. There's kind of dark bags under his hardened eyes, almost as if he's really in the pursuit of knowledge. He kind of still writing and searching through his desk, almost doesn't seem to acknowledge the class yet. Please open a beginner's guide to transfiguration to page 3. Wands will be left on your desk or to your side until the practical portion of the class. And he kind of, for the first time, he kind of looks up either away from the book or from the board and actually looks at the class. It's like, now, who can tell me what transfiguration is? And for this, if you would know it, if you have your camera up, if you'd like to actually raise your hand,
Willow does not
feel
know the
free.
answer and already embarrassed herself, so she's fine.
Otherwise, you can roll a d4.
For things like this,
One moment.
do we roll for? Are we rolling for whether our character knows it?
Yeah, if you would like to try and answer, then you can try and answer.
I think what
I
remember Alex did it where you raise your hand and whoever raised it first gets to answer, and if they answer correctly, they get something. I forgot what though.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like with a roll, or like we the people are supposed to actually try to answer.
Right. So
I think you
forgive
roll.
me,
You
it's-
definitely roll.
Yeah, you definitely roll. So since everyone has is there anyone who would like to try and answer?
I mean, I would like to answer, but it depends on, I'm not proficient, quote unquote, in
There'll be another
transfiguration.
roll to see if you get the right answer. So this is
Yes,
just
you raise
if
your hand
think your
first, and then you
character
check
would
to see if you
roll.
know the answer.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Okay. Renzio?
What am I rolling?
Okay. Well, first roll. You know what? You're the only one. We'll start it off. You don't even have to roll initiative to see if you beat everyone else in the class. Go ahead and roll a history of magic check.
History of magic.
And add a d4 to it for being adventurous and confident.
D4.
Mm-hmm. Let me know what you get.
Wow. Okay.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
So
Even with the D4, that does not help.
So bearing in mind you got a nat 1, what do you think you'd answer?
Oh. I just say it's just use of magic. Like, since I know nothing about it, like I'm just like pulling this out of nowhere.
You see just a dismissed look, and he shakes his head. But then quickly, you do see Janice kind of raise her hand, and it's like, yes, you, Ravenclaw, and
You.
she just kind of says, transfiguration magic is the art of changing the form or appearance of an object or being. It involves the alteration of an object's molecular structure, transforming it from one substance into another, or reshaping it into a different form or construct. And almost like matter of fact, it's like, yes, very good. 5 points to Ravenclaw.
That's what you get. I remember now.
Yep. Says, yes, transfiguration is an art that many can attempt, but very few can master. It is also some of the trickier of spellworks to accomplish without side effects. Today, we are going to have the opportunity to do just what our young student explained. To change or add new properties to items at your disposal. You will all read the textbook about transfiguration spellwork and are directed to page 10, where depictions of wand work are illustrated. If you check your desks, you should find some simple materials. Each of you find 2 wooden blocks and a kind of glass goblet. We will follow the instructions on the page. I'm sorry. We will follow the instructions on the page to cast our first spell. The first spell is pronounced epoximize. Say it with me, everyone. Epoximize.
Epoximize.
He looks over to you, Arenzio, and kind of waits for you to say it to make sure. Epoximize.
Epoximize, yeah.
Try it again without the yeah, please.
Willow kind of giggles.
Unless you want a third arm growing from your forehead, pronunciation is utmost.
That can happen.
He kind of stares you down, Arenzio.
I pronounce it correctly. Just say epoximize.
Yes, very good. We'll use our 2 blocks and stick them together like so. And Professor Dildro takes one of his blocks and rests it on top of the other. Epoximize, he states simply. And the 2 figures seem to fuse together like glue. He takes the top block with 2 fingers and lifts it, lifting the lower one with it. If you are successful, you may choose to study and practice for the remainder of class. Be sure to read before attempting. Otherwise, wands at the ready and begin. Okay. So now we will go.
What do the points mean?
So now we will go over how class goes.
Oh boy.
And this is a bit above table.
Yeah.
So, does everyone have the list of? Well, everyone has like kind of the list of spells and what they do, correct?
Yeah, it's up on the
Kinda,
channel.
but yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me
You go to
let me
first
link
year
you
spells
to-
underneath reference.
Also, if you get one of the like fill in your own character sheet things, there's a checklist there.
Yes. I'll link that because it's good to kind of have it at a glance as well. If you,
Ooh, it's a
I like
character
this one to
sheet.
just
I
look at
actually
them
did not know
all.
this.
I mean, I have the website. I don't know if that has it all.
I would recommend using the Google Doc that I just linked. You'll be able to kind of like look at it at a glance and see the description of it and kind of what it all entails at a quick glance. And then you can go into your character sheet
Okay,
going
got
forward.
Got it.
But what we're going to do now is on the Discord. I'll go ahead and link this as well. We're going to see first year spells. And we are going to go, luckily at the bottom, Transfiguration, where we're at first. This is the cantrips that you can learn. So, when we were going through character creation, I mentioned that especially if you're looking off the original document where it says known spells and how many you know and prepared, things like that. This is where we have the homebrew system. So now that we are in class, you have the opportunity to learn spells. Okay? So what this looks like in practice is today you are going to have the opportunity to, where did I put it? There we go. You're going to have the opportunity to learn approximize, and you're going to be able to attempt 2 other cantrips. Let me just double check this. Yes, so you can approximize is the first one you are going to learn, and then 2 others you can attempt to learn. So how learning a spell works. Everyone is did everyone get a chance to distribute the points for the different schools of magic? So the transfiguration, charms, divination.
Yep.
No.
Okay. So they should all be a -5 to start with.
I was like, did you like do your little modifiers that were randomly given to you during character creation? Like, oh, you have -3 to charms, you have +2 to transfiguration, or something like that.
Let's just go through and double check. And
I mean, you're not wrong. Especially all of us have a -5 on every school, and it's a plus your modifier. For example, in my I think this is curses. I got a -5 and a +4. Why do I have a +4? Because I have a +4 in charisma. So I have a -1 overall.
so that's something different. That's just your spell casting modifier.
That's my
If you go to your character sheet, if you go to the character sheet on your webpage, you go to spells. At the top, it should have like the green symbol for transfiguration, a blue symbol, it's a feather for charms.
Mine
Mine
has different numbers there, but I didn't do any assigning myself.
Yeah, they were
Right.
They should have been randomly given to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's -7, -7, -4, -3, and -1.
Right. So everyone starts with a -5. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get a bit of clarification on this because, like you see on the example, when you see all of them start with -5,
I
then
thought
it
all
either
started
has
randomly.
what's that?
Like I thought it all started randomly. It's like, oh, you happen to just be bad at charms, or you happen to be extra good at transfiguration. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds correct, but I just need to double check that.
When I made my character, they all said -5, and then since then, now I have different ones, and also the School of Magic I picked for myself is the best one. So I don't like. Is that random?
I thought it was assigned randomly.
Oh, so why it has different numbers? Each School of Magic has an associated stat that goes along with it. So you have a -5 as like a base. So for instance, divination. You have a -5, and then whatever your wisdom modifier is gets added to that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a -5 for your just divination ability, but you have a, let's say, a +3 modifier to wisdom, your divination score will be a -2. Does that make sense to everyone?
So is it supposed to be different numbers?
So
I have,
the total,
it says both numbers. Like it has my stat on one side, but like for example, my transfiguration base is -1. With my strength, it's +2 total.
If
you know
you
what I'm saying?
go through on the spells slide of your like website character sheet, if that makes sense at all, it shows those two numbers you just described adding up. So if you like go through, you can check that your stats match the modifier it put and make sure they're right the way he just described.
yes. So for this, I'm going to ask everyone to just record the actual dice number that you roll, because the number in front will probably change. The modifier at the end seems to be updating correctly, so that is good. But that -5, some of them should be a little higher. I just need to double check with Alex to make sure how that first number goes.
My
Like
question.
overall, I have a 2 +3s, a -1, a -2, and a -3 of like my base ones randomized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
my question is, are we doing green, blue, red, yellow, or purple?
We're doing green
So
right now.
transfiguration is green. The
Okay,
little
it's
cup
the
with,
on it.
-7. That's, oh boy.
okay. So
What's your what is it? Strength?
Yeah, that's a -2.
Yeah.
So it's not
That
a 5,
explains
but
that.
it's 2.
Yep.
Yeah, that explains the -7. I'm very good at everything else, but
You're
transfiguration, I am shit.
So now that we have that number, this is how learning spells is going to work. So now we have the number that we have is, for example, yours is the -7, and the available spells that we have, we go back to the first year spells. And let's just go with Apoximaz. We'll do this together since everyone is going to have this spell kind of being taught to you. So what you're going to do is go to on your character sheet, go to edit, and you're going to add Apoximaz.
Like, give me one moment.
Well, wait. I thought you go. Wait. I thought you roll it. You go to /attempt, and then you try to do Apoximize, and it'll record it on your sheet automatically if you succeed or if you fail.
That is
Yes,
exactly what I was thinking.
Right. So, but first you need to add it to be able to cast it.
Really?
Right? Because I'm looking at my sheet and I don't, under transfiguration, there's no.
Is it
So if you go to edit and then,
Here, let me
Here's the thing that I know
try.
that
I didn't have to add it manually when I did it before, so let me just try this.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
Apoximaz. Okay, here it is. I can add it as successfully researched, attempted but failed, successfully cast, and successfully cast locked in. Like I have, if I look at the website for Apoximize, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different options. I
Alright,
can
so
share my screen if you want.
I did just attempt it, and it says that I failed in the rolling chat, right? So I attempted Apoximize. I reloaded my character sheet on the webpage, and it did record my failure. So I have Apoximize on my sheet now.
Okay. So if you
How
can go
did you
ahead and
attempt
walk
it?
us through that.
So so you go to the rolling channel. You're going to type /attempt,
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
Okay.
put a space in between so you can see it. So do that,
Yeah.
but without the space.
Slash.
And you should be able to type the spell name Apoximize in that little box. And if you misspell it, it'll be like, did you mean this? So that helps. Hey, so there you go. You rolled a 5 minus 5.
Right, it's
Oh wow, we're rolling shit. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some wild magic, I think.
Oh God.
Oh, you forgot the M.
Oh
in the
yeah, I
temp.
forgot the M.
You got it. Don't worry.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
It's
Yeah, so then if you go back to your character sheet, you hit the reload button, like the little circle, the little refresh button in the top corner. It should come back to your spells, and it'll be like, oh, there's a Apoximize, and there's an X by it, or there's a check mark by it, depending on what you did.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
And if you click on Apoximize, it tells you what it does, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, but it's telling me that I should do Expecto Patronum, Expelliarmus, or Expulso.
I think
don't
you
think that's-
misspelled it. So it's looking. So try cancel.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
God damn it!
put-
Yeah,
you
I
put
no, I miss.
Apoximize. It's
Yeah,
Apoximize.
I misspelled it again. It's attempt with an
You
M.
didn't listen to him when he said to pronounce it.
Yeah, you really didn't listen.
No, I did listen. I just mispronounced it. That was my
Maybe we
fault.
thought Orenzio would be the problem.
There we go. 9.
Hey,
Spell
nice.
failed.
You got the best roll out of all of us, though.
9.
With the
So
worst modifier.
I
Well done.
attempted but failed.
All right.
So
So
I
now
got that
everyone
one.
should see on their sheet that they attempted it but failed.
Yeah, so it should say
Reload
Apoximize
page.
green, and it'll have a red X next to it.
Got it. Yep.
So if you reload, make sure you refresh the page, or else it won't pop up.
Got it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, no worries. Like we're all learning together.
Yes.
No, I genuinely appreciate that. That was actually quite insightful.
Yeah, and then you can
Yeah.
do that with 2 other spells. Or can you do Apoximize? Okay. Oh, I remember they told me this in the last game. If you try one and fail, it's best to try a bunch of different ones, because at least now that you tried it, you can try it again outside of class. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to get as many new spells as possible, because that way you can only try a new spell in class.
Are we supposed to be trying
Yeah.
3 of the transfiguration ones or any
Yes.
3?
The transfiguration
Oh,
one specifically.
3 of the
Yes.
transfiguration ones. Okay, that
Yes.
is actually quite interesting.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
transfiguration.
so Augmenti, Crinus Muto.
Is it
So
just
do
the
you want
cantrips,
to,
or is it just
TM, do you want to describe what happens with our first attempts first, or do you want to
Ooh,
wait
yeah.
till we're all done?
Let's resolve some of this. So
Okay.
let's
Let's resolve some of that shit.
these great attempts. So Orenzio.
Is there a way for me
Yes.
to add inspiration?
Oh yes, you do have inspiration for this first one. So
Ooh, try it, yeah.
How would I
uh,
do that though with
So
the
you can roll
you
a
just-
d6 in the rolling chat. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You honestly know more about this than me, so
It's like not by much. I just happen to know the bots really well. So
Yeah.
you
Well,
think you do
yeah, this is-
exclamation point R and then 1d20. And it should just 1d6, and it'll just roll a d6 in the rolling chat, and then you can just add that to your roll. You know what I'm saying?
but I mean like with the whole website configuration. I mean, I guess if I succeed then I can just manually add it.
I think
Yeah,
it's
then-
manually added.
Also, are we allowed to know what we need to do in order to succeed?
yes. Yeah, I mean
We know
above
the
table
DC.
you can. Yeah.
What is the
because
DC
then-
to succeed in a spell? I forgot.
So the DC will be 10 plus the spell's level.
Gotcha. So 10
cantrip-
plus 0 for cantrips.
Yeah. So straight up 10.
So what are we
Also,
supposed
Asuka
to
barely missed it.
Okay, so in
man.
that case, I'm gonna save my inspiration for later.
Good idea.
So
Okay.
I don't want it. Do I have inspiration, or is it just
No.
her?
Nope. You,
She
Okay.
had
You
inspiration.
didn't make
to add
friends
her
with the
cheat
nerd.
sheet.
No. That's fine. So I get to try 3 different cantrips, or just 1?
Yes, there's going to be 3 in total, but
Okay.
Apoximize is kind of the one you need to do. So you get 2
I know the-
other cantrips.
I know that I guess.
Oh,
I
wait.
know that I get that one. May I try 1 more?
I think we're gonna see what
liked.
happens with these ones before we try different spells.
Okay, so it's
I
basically.
I will say it doesn't need to be cantrips because I know in the first years that Incendio is a first level. So if you're feeling saucy, you can try a first level spell.
I'm not feeling saucy. I'm feeling whatever you want us to learn. For example, I'm looking.
No, that's
at
one of the ones you can learn. It's just
Aguamenti.
a higher DC.
Yeah.
I'm looking
So-
at Awamenti and I kind of like it.
Yep. So let's first Renzio rolling a nat
last-
one.
Last
I'm
question,
gonna
real quick.
ask
I'm sorry.
you-
I have a
What's that?
thing called check notes, where I think once a day I can like re-roll these because I'm an intellect caster. I don't care. I think I
Right.
brought this up, but we never found it out. Did we find it out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that was an
Actually,
intellect
it's
caster
only once a
thing and not
day, and I'm not liking this teacher. You know what? I'm gonna save this for later. I'll save it for next class. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's something we
No
have.
problem.
If you're an intellect caster, yeah.
Oh God. Okay, that's gonna work. That's gonna be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only once per
So-
day though, so use it wisely.
Renzio, can you roll me a D100, please?
Oh God.
You
I
can
am
do it. You
regretting
can do it.
this.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You're my friend. I'm the lawyer. You can do it. You're awesome. Come on. Yeah, we go.
59.
Yeah, boy. It's better than 50. Better than 50.
It is better
You
than
can do it. It is better than
Oh.
50. It is 60.
Okay.
I want to say that is 60. I'll lawyer that saying 60.
So, all right. Let me pose this to you, Orenzio.
Oh God.
Your legal
Okay.
counsel has advised you to take a 60 instead of a 59. Which one would you like to take?
Oh no.
Screw you. You're not supposed to do that. You're the judge.
Oh God.
You're impartial.
I'm gonna. Flip,
Oh, I'm impartial. I'm asking the your client one. I'll take either
I'm
one.
I'm gonna flip a coin for this.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh boy. Look. Before you flip it.
Uh huh.
Okay. If it goes wrong, it is not my fault.
Covering your ass
That's
with tape.
Covering my ass. Yes.
See that's why I called you a cheapskate lawyer.
Okay, you know what? No,
What's it
you're
gonna
right,
be?
you're right. No, you're right.
All
If it
you,
goes wrong,
Renzio.
it is my
Okay.
ass. Go ahead. Do it.
So head is 59, tail is 60. Okay, I got 60.
Okay,
Let's see what happens.
60 it is.
Okay, 60 it is.
Oh, he's making a face. He's making a face. Or maybe
What is
he's
60?
short.
What is 60? Just spell it
So-
out.
You take your wand and you kind of wave it over the blocks, approximize, and there's a moment where like the blocks stick together, and it looks like you did it, but then those blocks start to really become hairy,
What?
and like there's a whole lot of fur just kind of overcomes these blocks. And then it seems like more blocks get added to it.
Oh.
And the blocks seem to multiply under this coat of fur. And it just grows and grows and grows until you start to see like claws and these big paws come out.
Oh.
And you see kind of this figure that's like kind of look confused back and forth before this fully grown bear now kind of just looks at you, Orenzio, and just kind of looks a little confused.
Would it be possible
Wait,
to-
before you say anything, I just wanna make something
No,
clear.
Oscar.
Are we
let's-
all?
yeah, let him
same room?
play his magic.
Okay, so the
Sorry.
bear's in front of me, confused. I'm gonna try to animal handle this if that's something we could do. Wait, is that
Okay,
something?
sure.
Do it.
Well, what
Pretty
would
much
you like
just
to do to try and handle him? And then I'll ask for the roll.
Okay, so I'm pretty much just trying to I'm pretty much just guided to sit down and just calm down before I start freaking
Okay.
out.
All right, animal handling check. I like it.
Wait, is that something that we have here?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think it is slightly different.
I think it's called
Yeah,
Care
it
of
is.
Magical or just
It is
magical creatures.
Yeah.
Magical,
so-
yeah. Good call. Thank you for that. Magical. Yeah, go ahead and make a magical creatures check because this
It's a
certainly
bear,
is
but
magical.
it came from
Oh,
Harry Potter,
yes.
so it's magical.
Thank
Natural
God.
20. Natural fucking 20.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
I like it.
Nice. The
So
bear's not your friend.
on a nat 20, the bear kind of sits down and like kind of mimics you and like it seems to calm, and everyone else is kind of freaking out, but you kind of feel a little connection to this mystical bear that just formed from 2 blocks.
I go
As-
for like scratching on his ears. I just start scratching it just to get him even more calm down.
Yep. And almost like reading your thoughts, like as you go to reach out to scratch, the bear kind of leans in and gives a scratch. And Professor Dildero kind of comes over and waves his wand and continues until you see the blocks kind of fold in on each other, kind of shedding the fur as they do, before he takes the 2 blocks. He says, "Impressive recovery, but not impressive spell. Try again. Pronounce it with me." And he'll kind of look at you and say, "Approximize."
Approximize.
All right. And I'll say with that nat 20, you can go ahead and do this check again for Approximize.
Again.
Yay.
Okay. That is. Oh, that was so fucking cool.
Ooh, well done. That was a lucky
did
nat
not.
20.
Really,
Yeah,
I gotta
Willow's
say.
Willow now thinks Orenzio's like really cool because he like pet a fucking bear, like a
Not
full-grown
only did he
bear.
pet,
Damn it.
no.
Pet a
Not
bear.
only
Like
did
she was sitting there, and be like,
Man.
"Little bear," and he's like,
not
she's
only
like,
that,
"How did you
he
not get mauled to
pet
death?"
an angry bear. Like the bear
It
was,
was more of a
angry.
confused bear. It was a confused bear.
Yeah.
Confused.
He
angry,
did also
insecure
make a bear.
Yeah, he made a bear. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he did something with the bear, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he got a 4, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah. It's still,
So-
he still fell.
Yeah, so you keep trying it, and then the block just kind of slides off. And Dildero just kind of, you could see there was like a bit of curiosity before. Now he just turns like, maybe Hagrid will have more use for you with actual beasts than you will learning this spell. And he kind of turns away and goes back to overseeing the class.
I pretty much just say under breath, like, what a dick.
So let's go ahead and we'll do this one by one so we can have a little fun with it. Because this will be running up on 3 hours. So this will be the last of the day. So Elsie, which 2 would you like to attempt?
Elsie will attempt Aguamenti and Vera Verto.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to add my inspiration. So I'm just going to roll these manually with dice, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one are you going to use inspiration on?
I will use that on the Vera Verto.
Well, I mean, so inspiration can be used once the roll is done.
Oh, then I will wait and
Yeah,
see.
so you can wait till you roll before you use it.
Okay. So right now I'm rolling for let's see, Aguamenti, and I'm gonna have a -5 added to this, and it's just a D20, right?
Yes, it'll be a D20 plus your transfiguration modifier.
Okay, so as it's listed now, that's I
roll
rolled a
the minus.
13, I subtract 5, so that's 8. So I am gonna use my inspiration on this.
Okay, you need a 2 on the inspiration.
Ooh, I rolled a 3.
Ho. So you go to wave your wand and you see a few are kind of struggling, and you see just kind of a lot of wet wands as like the wand itself just becomes slippery. But you go Aguamenti and a little jet stream kind of pops out the end of your wand, and that is a successful cast.
Awesome. So does that mean I get to add it, or do you need more than one success?
Yes. So now you get to add it to your spells, but it counts as one success. So now
Got it.
you need to cast it one more time in order for it to be locked in, and you do not have to make a check for it again. So the next time you cast Aguamenti, then you'll do another check, and the spell could fail. But after you successfully cast Aguamenti again, you never have to check for it again.
Awesome. Okay, so I used my inspiration. So this time I'm just rolling a d20 for casting Vera Verso. Ooh, that is a 14 minus 5 is 9. So just missed it.
Yep, just missed it.
Okay.
As
If you don't roll using the bot, it won't mark it on your sheet, I will say. I don't know if you, or do you know how to mark it manually?
I will mess around and figure it out. And if I can't, I will just write it on a piece of paper and remember.
yeah, just
Thank you.
let me know in a few days if you don't get it, and we'll make sure we get that done.
Thank you.
But let's now go to Willow.
Okay. I would like to do Vera Virto and Crenus Muto because her hair is a mess. Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
Let's get it. Vera Verto roll. What you got?
Tempt spell. Vera Verto. Ooh, I got a successful cast with a 13.
There you go. Yeah. Ooh, +2. All right. Yeah, so you
Yes.
let me just bring up where did yeah,
Also, if anyone's wondering, you can manually add these just using the little like multiple choice options when you go to the edit page on the Magic and Mysterium site. You just have to be sure to click Save Changes.
Good to know. Thank you for figuring that out.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of take the 2 blocks and they just seem to form together as you cast Vera Verto. They seem to transfuse into each other.
So I think I would like to change. I think Vera Verto says I can change one object into another one. Yeah.
Or wait, yeah, I think I'm reading that wrong. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Change
morph
them
it. Okay.
into some chicken nuggets.
Perfect.
And I will try to take she'll start to take a bite and is like, wait, these aren't mine. And she'll like raise her hand and be like, can I eat these or do I need to give them back? Because I don't want to get in trouble.
And you see him, Professor Dildero, he kind of looks over, he's like, Did you just cast that or did you bring that from the feast?
I turned the blocks into it.
Take it as your reward then.
She'll bite down. It doesn't work because law magic. There's like you can't make food out of magic or something.
Yeah.
So she bites down and is like, ah.
All right. And spell number 2.
Spell number 2 is Crenus Muto. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
All right. The hairstylist.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 18.
Rolling hot today. 16. Yeah. So what would you like to turn your hair into?
So she reads what this spell does and is like, oh, neat. And then she'll cast it and it's like her hair's like more chin length, I guess. Still curly. Still really, but it's like it's longer than it was. And it's like how it was before my haircut.
Nice. There you go. All right. 2 successful casts. All right. And now we'll turn to Asuka.
So I'm right here. So question. Is this only transfiguration cantrips or can I have any cantrip?
This is just under first year for the transfiguration ones.
First year transfiguration. Okay.
Yeah,
and I get
you
to
will
choose
learn
2, right?
Yeah, you'll learn more in those classes, but for transfiguration, we're just learning transfiguration spells.
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna try for it's Incendio.
Okay.
So what do I need to do for Incendio?
Okay, so now you're gonna try and cast it again in the chat. So you're gonna do the
Yeah, let me try it in the Magic
slash
Mysterium.
attempt Incendio. DC will be 11.
Okay, so it's slash attempt Incendio. Incendio. 13. It was successfully. Spell was cast
Oh, on a
successfully.
nat 20. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to cast Incendio,
Mhm.
and you kind of do it on the desk, and you just see a spark kind of emit from your wand as you see this campfire kind of just animate before you, and and not only that, it's like you've casted it in a way that it's not actually like burning or singeing the desk, but you've almost had it like hover above the desk so much that Professor Dildero kind of just looks over and is kind of genuinely impressed, as this is one of the more difficult spells to learn for this this class. And he looks just like impressive. 5 points to Gryffindor.
Yay! Okay.
What do the points mean?
I don't know. I did good, maybe?
Huh?
Okay. I got a question,
Yes.
which they may not be of this class. But is there any chance with my scholar background, scholar quote unquote, be able to learn Accio in this class, which is a
No.
cantrip?
Yeah, you have to do it in a different class, my man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a different class. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna learn.
I guarantee you will all have the ability to learn these spells, but
No. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. Give me one
like
second.
walking into math class and saying, "Why aren't you
eh,
talking about World War III?" Like
That's what I
World War
thought.
II.
That's what I thought. But
Yep.
I gotta ask.
Respect the ask. So what's spell number 2?
Number 2, it's gonna be. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I have the Kidios. What is up, kids? Nope. I need something more. Sorry, that I might take a bit. So I have my first level spell, which I need a cantrip just to make sure.
So we can circle back if you want to take some time.
Actually, do me a favor. Just let's go with. Give me sorry. Okay, that's a renting and exclamation goes. I just want to make. Okay, let's go for Epoxima. I know I failed the first one. I do want to ask, if I failed, can I try the next one with advantage, or do I have to like try it again from the start?
No, so you will pick another spell. You get one try in class, and now it's going to be 2 separate ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna try Argumenti for class, right?
Okay.
That makes sense. All right.
All right. Go ahead and try.
All right. So it is
Come in handy now that you know how to set fires.
indeed attempt.
Fire and water, you're like halfway between the avatar.
Argumenti. Fuck!
Yeah.
You do look like
Yeah.
that.
That's a fail.
How did
All
he
right.
get a minus
Negative
7? It's a fucking minus 7.
You're just really bad at
And-
transfiguration, my guy. You just happy.
Apparently I am. You know what? I agree with that. That's fine. I absolutely fucking fail on that one.
Let's see. Orenzio, you did not go yet. Yeah, you just had the
No.
nat 20 on Apoximize. So now you have your other 2.
First spell will be Aguamente.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if anyone. I know you did get it before.
I got
okay.
got
All
it.
right. There you go. Yeah, so you, in the class of slippery wands, you instead are able to successfully cast it for the first time. Well done. What will be spell number 2?
Incentrio. Wow.
Okay, going with fire and water.
Ah, I found that
Bad
one.
roll.
At least
Yeah,
it wasn't that one.
Yeah, that wand feels real hot in your hand and it's starting to kind of singe the robes. But let me see here. Okay. You see Professor Dildero kind of looking around. He's like, well, I think we've set fire and drowned the desks enough for today. Be sure to look at the board. It will be tomorrow's lesson. I expect you all to read ahead. And everyone that is looking can see that it's a considerable amount of reading for this class. Recommended for tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but for next class. And we are approaching the 3-hour mark, so that will do it for today. We just wanted to get through one class so we can kind of see how the workflow goes with spell casting and stuff. The rest of the classes will go a little bit kind of smoother and won't be,
And we know the process.
Yeah. This one was really to grind those gears out. But we got some successful casting. That's good. And we got to meet all of the classmates. So we won't be talking downtime yet, but we are going through kind of the first like kind of week or so of classes, first few days. There will be downtime. So if you had a bond with any of the kind of classmates or think you want to know a little bit more about one and hang out with them, get ready to kind of, start thinking about that, about who you kind of want to really hang out with and get to know during your downtime.
Mhm.
Any questions with that or with anything? Or actually, let me just go ahead and stream.